we're live.
Hi. Um, so a lot happened last time. I don't know if you guys remember really, but
Yeah.
there is a situation where our friends, you guys went through a bunch of battles. You won.
Crash
You guys
out.
got to take a sleep, and then your Baron almost got turned into a statue.
Yeah, that did
Yeah.
happen. You have to process that.
Jamal has told you guys that he is willing to, excuse me, give any support possible, but he has urged you all to go back to your kingdom to do research. He has promised to send any evidence or help to you. And you guys, guided by Warwick, are being taken back. As far as I know, when we ended off, you guys were still traveling. You guys had not arrived to Luma yet. Uh, how's that looking? I'm curious.
It has to have been a couple days journey, which means the vibes would have been rancid the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I go ahead.
I think in general, Perry is not saying much, but I think Perry's mood depends partly on how Gala is doing.
Okay, great.
Uh, I was
What were you
going
gonna
to
say,
say,
Warwick?
yeah, I was going to say basically the same as Perry. I think it heavily depends on what Gala is feeling. I
Mhm.
also feel like though, as he kind of like leads everyone back home, he's like scouted out. He's like led the group a good few times now out
Mm-hmm.
here, and I feel like he's really used to it. But something about this time, I feel like he's like really quiet and locked into
Mm-hmm.
what he's doing, even though there's not a lot of like maybe not a lot of like immediate danger, but he's just like really like locked in, probably even pointing out stuff that isn't like
Mm-hmm.
that big of a deal, just to be like, like Galileo, watch out, there's like an exposed root right there or something like that.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
He's worried.
Yeah.
Worried.
Warwick, Warwick.
We're
Yeah.
worried.
Worry,
Um,
Warwick.
I don't know if this would affect mechanically our travel or not, but I think that normally, so when you're doing what, so in Pathfinder, when you're doing
Yeah.
travel, you can actually choose to do a thing called hustle, which is like intentionally moving faster to get like to where you need to go. And like
Yeah.
mechanically it means that you're not as perceptive, right? But I wonder if like Dea kind of wants us to hurry home. I wonder if like Dea has a sense of like, I don't want to call it panic because I think that that feels a bit more blind than how he's feeling, but I think it's like up there. I think it's like a 3 day long anxiety attack of we need to like get home, and like part of it is to make sure that home is okay, because when we're out in the stolen lands for a while now, I always feel like we come home and shit's fucked, so I don't think that that is
Hmm.
helping, you know what I mean?
Mhm. Um, yeah, damn. Trying to think about how to praise it. I think. Hang on. No, I've got 5 things I want to say, and I have to do it one at a time in an order that makes sense. Um. um. I think. Uh. Gala's maybe like shut down a bit. Not necessarily. Like, I think like the immediate aftermath. I think was like a little bit more of a um catatonic is too drastic of a word, but like the most shut down was like the immediate aftermath, where like she didn't want to like let go at first. I think kind of like there's been a shift since then, like if it's been like a day after, just like a thing of um like of just shutting out, but like being like, it's fine, I'm fine. And is also, I think, in Daya's camp of like trying to like hustle and get us home as fast as possible, because things I don't think, like, I feel like I don't think she's looking to be babied, but she's also, I don't think, coping well.
Yeah.
Man. So, you guys are hustling.
Yeah, I didn't want to piggyback off of Panini's thing, but I do think that maybe hustling is the more apt term for what Warwick is trying to do here, because he's like, I hate
Yeah.
this, and
I
I'm
hate
worried,
this.
and I don't want to be here.
And I want to be at
Yeah,
home where we can figure shit out.
Yeah, I don't think any of us are keen to take longer than necessary to get into it.
I don't think that's piggybacking. I'm actually glad, because Daya can't make everybody hustle on his own. He just wants to. So I think everybody being like, actually, yeah, let's do that. And Daya's like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, I think he is
God.
locked in. I think he is locked in on getting the fuck home.
Yeah.
Yeah. The good news is that it isn't technically very far to get to your home. So it wouldn't take that long at all. Normally it would take from about sunrise to sundown. But hoofing it with your jetline fuel, which is Warwick going overdrive on his hunting abilities, which, by the way, I need you to do that for me real quick.
Do what? Survival?
Me, I need you to survive real quick, my boy.
Oh my God,
Wait.
survive.
Also,
Attention,
I
all
have a
bitches.
question while I'm rolling this.
Yes.
What is everyone's speed?
Bad.
Oh
Yeah, I was
man.
gonna say your median is fucked up because Daya is really bad speed.
Yeah.
Damn
What
it,
if-
they
What if?
what are you gonna say?
30 feet for Gala.
Yeah.
If you suggest a spell, it is 20 feet, so he would equal out to one of the elves.
Constant warp step.
I could be. See, here's the thing. I could be on Solnishka. Well, actually, I guess if Galilea doesn't want to be babied, I don't know if Galilea would want to be on Solnishka.
Shouldn't the one who's the slowest be on Solnishka? If we're just being like, if we really want to fix our average speed.
Well, yeah, we definitely can, but like, you know, that depends
Yeah.
entirely on if Galilea doesn't want to, because again, I think that
I think
Unfortunately for her.
here's the thing: if Daya offers, I think the reaction is going to be pretty much exactly like that of like, aren't you the slowest? And
Damn.
and having you get off.
Fair
like,
enough.
Sorry, you're gonna. Hey, welcome to Galilea's gonna be a blunt bitch. Sorry in advance.
Mine is also 30 feet. I was just asking because like the slowest speed is what we can travel by for
Okay.
this. I was like hoping that it would be a lot, but you know, it's fine.
Yeah, fine. You know, fine.
I
I'll get
have-
on Solnishka. Solnishka's speed is 40.
I have 35.
Okay, so we are going 30 because I think Gala, you said yours is 30 also?
Yeah, also 30.
Yeah. Okay, very cool. Sorry, Ash, I got a 22 on survival. I was just curious about that.
No, 100%. Thankfully, you guys can manage to hustle. Daya getting on top. Daya getting on top of Solnishka and Warwick taking the lead. You all make your way through, knowing your part of the woods like the back of your hand. You come over and you see Luma in the distance, and it looks fine.
Okay, thank God. Okay. I truly feel like every time we go into the woods for an extended amount of time, we come back and it's on fire, you know?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, it's fair. I mean,
Uh,
going straight for the
perhaps.
library, personally.
So, are you guys gonna jump straight into research?
Eh,
I think so.
I think that, especially if Galilea and Perry jump immediately into it, I actually think I want Dea to do a bit of preemptive damage control, where it's like, obviously, I think that as soon as he can with downtime, he's also going to go into research, but I think that, like, he wants to kind of start implementing and like telling people the sitch so that it's like, yeah, make sure we're not taking any food from this area. Nobody's going over there. We shouldn't be having travelers go that way. We need to cordon things off. We need to worry about I don't want to I feel like even saying rationing food feels like intense, but I think that like Dea's stressed out about it getting over here. You know what I mean?
Hmm. I think that's a very smart thing to do.
Yeah, so just like being like, I want everybody to know the sitch in the council. I want checks and balances. I want to worry about making sure our food and our water levels are secure in case they are no longer soon.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, we want to do research. So, we're gonna talk about this. Research is an actual mechanic in Kingmaker. It works a little bit differently than normal research or gather information, because you have things like libraries and locations you can go to. So it's a whole mechanic. So I'm going to be blunt. You cannot get all of your research from the library. You can get a maximum of 10 RP from the library.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
You will have to make your characters go out and do various other things to get it. You can still use the same checks that you would use in the library. There is just a maximum you can get from a certain activity.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that
Yes.
makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to sit all of you down and I'm going to ask Guided Guy, what do you guys know about this situation?
We
I'm
know.
forcing everybody to become an investigator right now.
Hell yeah, brother.
We know that a bunch of guys in cloaks related to something abyssal came in and they cursed the ground with a ritual.
Yes. We also know that because of reasons that we assume are the boba, monsters are bursting out of creatures in that vicinity, and those monsters are very aggressive and act differently than those monsters in the wild.
And Boba is from the First World, and we found a field of First World plants that had abyssal taint on them.
Yes. We also know that the wargs said that they think that even eating the grass versus just individual things did it, so the taint could be even deeper in the land than just the boba, is the idea that I got.
My boys have been paying attention, so I can talk about this. Because of the checks that you guys passed when traveling and examining the map, as well as the body that exploded, you have access to 5 research points immediately.
Oh, fuck yes.
And I'm going to read something aloud. And I'm so for serious. Put your typing hands together. I want to read
Okay.
this aloud. You have confirmed that individuals have been bursting into masses of strange, colorful vegetation. It unleashes a single, ill-tempered, and powerful monster. They don't seem to be driven by violence or even an instinctual need to eat, but instead from a deeper, more sinister urge to cause pain. You begin to hear that it is possible that there is a cult responsible for this affliction, as you were told by the wargs, discussing amongst yourselves. Hey, don't worry about it. There's going to be a lot of those guys.
I know, but we've already had so many issues with them. Okay, I did forget actually that the monsters are like, or that they can be kind of vegetation, because there's vegetation and the monster when they explode.
Yes. So, with this now, I'm going to look to you all, and I'm going to ask where and how through the kingdom you would like to research or investigate. And you can tell me what kind of check you would like to use. We're going to say that this is 1 day of research for now. And then as the episode continues, we can time skip to say that it is multiple days worth of research, or even like a week or a month, if you feel it is necessary. Oh, no!
Oh, no.
No.
Oh no.
Arnar! Pause.
I pause. I have a couple. Alright, we're live now.
Welcome back. So we're gonna go into doing research. Certain activities can only get a maximum amount. But otherwise, you guys are free to investigate and to try to look into this as much as you can. You have not started on the max RP for the library at all. Just as a thing. The 5 that you got was from doing the lodge and
Okay.
the hunt.
I see.
Yes, that is a reward that you guys get for investigating so thoroughly. But this means that I go to all of you and I ask, what would you like to do? Does anybody have any initial ideas, or should I go down a line?
Have 2. One of them is just the library. The other one was we could bring our boba samples to the herbalist.
Yeah, we do have an herbalist.
Do experiments.
My idea was also I wanted to use crafting to maybe do experiments, or I also have pretty good society, so my idea was like Dea going around and like asking people, like word of mouth, if like this is something that is familiar or if it's familiar to another thing, just like for leads. Those are kind of my 2 highest stats, so those are kind of my 2 only options.
I was also, I think this would take too long, but I think flavor-wise, it could be something that Perry does. Either writing letters to our allies, both like informing them, both like informing them of everything, and saying like, if you know anything, send it our way. But also, Perry has the dream message spell, so like once a day, he could send that message to an ally.
Yeah, we really
it's
should
quicker
tell
than mail.
Varnhold.
I think Varnhold is getting told by Yulia.
Oh, I forgot. You're right. Sorry.
No, that's okay. But like our other guys.
Our other guys. Yeah, like our Bog Striders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was, one of my things was obviously library. I think it'd be cool. It makes sense to try to maybe max that out since that's a resource we do have.
Agree.
But I was gonna say, like, if there was a way I could try to investigate, like, different rituals or cults using my occultism, like,
Yeah,
training,
that's
or
cool.
arcana training.
that would fall under looking through the library.
Okay. I was like, because I'm like, I mean,
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say, I was like trying to think of like the different companions we have who might be helpful. I'm like, well, we could probably ask. Well, Tristian
Yeah,
is
curses.
our Matt. Yeah, he is our
Yeah.
curse guy. So actually, probably talk to him about it.
Mhm.
It doesn't have to be me. I don't think I have the best. I think maybe the person who's got the best relationship with him should probably do that.
I think we know who that is.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Can you talk to your boyfriend, please?
Oh my gosh, yes.
um. So. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what maybe some of the other companions might know, because we have because Jathal is of like a not particularly popular god.
I will say, Jathal's god actually falls under divine magic specifically. She would not know stuff about abyssal things.
Who would though? Do we have anyone who would?
I don't think we
Karim
have
would've.
anybody who knows demons and stuff, right?
Oh,
yeah,
Rim would've?
Yeah,
Harim
yeah.
God damn
that's
it.
so
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Wow.
That's so crazy. It sounds like you fucking killed him.
That's crazy. wonder
I
who did
was
that.
just talking to you earlier about how much I adore grandpa characters and how still sad I am about him. Shut up.
Okay.
I was also thinking this wouldn't be good for the abyssal stuff, but we could perhaps visit our dryad friend and
Oh my god,
see
yeah.
if we could know anything about transporting a bunch of
that's a good
flowers
Yeah.
from the first world.
Yeah. That's a really
Oh
good
yeah,
idea.
if we could like a dryad or any other first world inhabitant that we've came across before, that would be really good for being like,
Hervash.
what do you know
Yeah.
about these guys?
What do you know?
Well, you know.
Jubileus is also a gnome, right? He might know stuff about first world stuff
Is he
too.
in town?
Is he in
I-
town?
I would say yes, he would be. in town.
Yippee!
I definitely think he would be very tuned into you guys just being like, don't eat food. And he'd just be like, what?
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
Do
So
you not like him?
no, I'm just thinking it. I didn't even write any of the things we said we were gonna do down, so I've already lost track.
No.
Okay. Everybody has been brainstorming.
Yeah.
If you would like, I was going to suggest we could do this one-on-one, or we could split into teams of 2.
Ooh.
So I have a question, and this is gonna make me sound annoying as fuck.
Probably not, but go ahead.
If we do it in teams of 2, will that mean we cover less ground than if we do individual ideas?
Depends. It depends on the activity that you do. There is also some activities that are locked currently because you guys are too early in
Yeah.
the season.
Yeah, because we're gonna be like this for fucking years. Like
No.
Krikori.
No. I hope it doesn't take years. It'll be too late then.
Stop it, how
Man.
it is! Stop it!
Still
I'm
in
down for whatever.
apocalyptic Future.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody have any preferences to doing one-on-one or doing in teams?
I think
Because everybody would still be
character-wise. Yeah, I think character-wise, I do think Galileo would probably prefer to be alone.
Perry would not be opposed to teaming up, but I think he is also rushing.
Yeah, I'm fine with going our own ways about it.
Who wants to go first? As we have little mini interactions, I will try to time them so that they do not go too long.
Hmm.
Just to make it fair for everybody. Would anybody like to go first?
Is it okay if I take the library?
You
Yeah.
multiple
What?
people can take the library. A person can only get one or two. It depends, but multiple people can take up doing an activity, and it will not take from other people's points.
Got it.
Fresh eyes on research makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it
Mhm,
does. There's only so many hours in a day, kind of
Yeah.
deal.
But if you want to start with the library, I think that's fair. You know what I mean? That's your shtick.
I
You
think
wanted it.
yeah. I think it just yeah. Put the nerd girl in the book house. Let's go.
Book house.
Oh.
Cool, because since it took us like a day to get here, we got to rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you guys got to rest.
I
Just
would
from
have.
to and from.
Yeah, Galilea has prepared some things to make research easier. Because I have a spell that I haven't gotten to use, I think, since the very beginning. I have Pocket Library.
Ooh, you've gotten to use it once.
I've gotten to use it once. I don't think I think that was at the very beginning or something. So that if I'm researching into rituals at the library, would that fall under, because I know Arcana does like magic theories and traditions.
This would
and, like,
fall
the-
under occultism.
Okay, that was something else I was wondering. Okay, because I was like, it's one or the other. I just need to make sure I know which one it is.
In
Okay.
general, the 1-to-1 for each kind of magic is abyssal, is occult,
Got it.
divine is holy shit and unholy shit,
Got it.
nature, and then because God is funny, everything else is arcana.
Okay. Let me read through this spell real quick to figure out how I want to maybe. I know we're going to be doing a lot of research, so I don't want to stack everything on one, but I do have like different things that can help me, so I want to make sure I'm. Things. That gives me a +1, and it eliminates critical failure. And then
Which means I don't get to lie to you.
yeah, don't do that. And then I also have a thing that will allow me to get advantage. Okay. So would you allow me to do, I don't know if I should do it on the first one out the gate, but I kind of want to try to get as much info as I can would you allow me to stack Pocket Library and Lore Master's Etude?
Are they circumstantial? Are they both circumstantial? What kind of bonuses are they, specifically?
So the tags. Okay, so for Lore Master's Etude, I can do classic D&D advantage for recall knowledge. Whereas and it doesn't say circumstance bonus. Whereas for Pocket Library, it gives me a +1 status bonus on the recall knowledge.
Oh, that sounds like
Then
yeah.
I believe that you should be able to use both, yes.
That sounds like
Okay.
it to me.
Okay, awesome.
If
I
I'm
didn't
wrong
want to
about
like
it,
I
that's correct.
I was thinking, oh, Pocket Library lasts for 24 hours. Bitch. Okay.
You got that book on you.
Yeah,
That's
so
okay.
Pocket
If-
Library, occultism.
Yeah, it's specifically a pocket library
Yeah.
for occultism checks.
Yeah, like I've basically, and I can't like stack for different checks. I think that would be fucked up if I could do that. I mean, I prepared it multiple times, but I did not read that I did. You know what?
Smart.
Does that work? Can I do multiple skill checks? Hang on. choose any skill in which you're at least trained during the duration, and it's not like concentrated or sustained, so
Just over 24 hours, I think, for Pocket Library.
once you reference, oh no, it's 24 hours until
Oh, until
what?
you
Because
do
at
it.
the very last sentence says, once you reference a book from your pocket library, the spell ends. So I could
Oh.
cast it now, and then so it's like, oh, I want bonuses on occultism, and then when I using your chosen skill, and then I can choose, like, so it's like if I didn't want to use it on this one, I could save it for the next occultism check, the next occultism recall knowledge. Okay, that's fine. It's working how I was. I don't mind using it how I initially thought it worked. So
Yeah.
I was just like, I haven't had to read this in I think a year. So yeah, I don't think I should also. I'm already getting to do Etude and Pocket Library. I don't think I can also nudge Fate it. There we go. Making sure I mark things though, that way I'm being fair for the 24 hours we're doing research. Okay, then I would like to do a recall knowledge with a in the library with the candlestick.
Professor Plum.
Professor Plum. So let me give you my bonus. So that's not the right one. This is the right one.
I will say, because of how this works, I believe. No, I don't think so. I don't want to be wrong, so I'll take the L if I'm wrong. And give me your bonus.
Yeah. For occultism, it's 14 plus 1. And then I also advantage with Lore Master.
Where's my other dice? There you are. I'm using my nice dice. These are my polite dice. Is- Awesome. You critically succeed, gaining 2 RP from the library as you start to make steps, coming to a realization. I can't give you an exact answer yet, but Gala, you yourself are starting to try and pull things together with the information you have. Scattered as it is, you are beginning to pull things together.
Okay. I'll take it. Hey, we started off with a crit success, y'all.
Woo!
We stay winning!
We're still winning!
Is there anything you would like to do while you're here? Do you think this is a stretch? Because I know that Gala's been going through a lot. I do imagine she might want to be alone entirely. I think while you're in this library, I think that people give you a space that doesn't normally come to with you being a baron. I think that there is a genuine aura to you that people feel that something is wrong.
A menacing
once.
dark cloud.
A
Yeah.
menacing dark cloud is like literally over you. Midge is chasing you, like holding onto your hat as it's falling off. And you're running around. You, Gala, are busy. I truly do think that people would give you a lot of space during this. Something I'm sure that in the past, you would have appreciated greatly as a baron. If you had been anything but a baron. You know that if you had taken Tristian's place in the government, you would have probably been given this isolation before.
Wow, I just had a yet another no good, horrible, awful, long day to earn this. Wonderful, even.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I do think it's that like thing where just because it's walking with such like a sense of like urgency and almost aggression. Like she doesn't yeah. She will run into you if you are in the way. You need to
100%.
leave.
That's the thing. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. I feel like Gala has a feeling to her that it's just like, there's no jokes. Don't fucking talk to me. Leave me alone.
No more jokes.
Nope, that's too jokey. There is no more jokes. There's no joke to be said. Leave me alone. Enough is enough.
Yeah.
I don't understand this. I hate when I don't understand things.
And you want to talk to me about the taxes right now?
Yes.
File a regular complaint. I will get to it in like 5 days. Leave.
Powered leave.
What's your job here? Go do that.
And you, Galileo, are given blissful space, realizing that you have made critical spike in finding out what the fuck is going on. Who would like to go next?
You can go.
Okay, little boy. Come here.
Waddle, 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 waddle.
What are you doing?
Daya's gonna be doing experiments on the boba.
I would like to do experiments, yes.
Okay. So I think I will go ahead and try to look for Jubilast and gather information from him.
Okay. I'll say it would be pretty easy to find Jubilast. He is rumbling around town selling things. How would you approach him? He's busy hawking his wares.
Hawking his wares. They're together at this point, right?
I'd say so.
The Perry's just going to shout down the street and say, Jubilast! Oh, darling!
You see the man's head pick up. And he goes to squint, pushing a bag of flour onto a person, and it's, hello.
Darling. I don't suppose you know anything about weird boba balls or transferring
boba?
things. Well, Perry is going to give him the rundown of everything that happened on the hunt, including the boba and the flowers. We're trying to figure out more about it. I don't suppose you would know anything.
Kind of squints and he says, well, and now here's the thing. You've now put it in my gnome's hands, so the gnome has to make the check.
Mm-hmm. Roll that gnome.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah,
Roll that gnome.
roll that gnome.
He is the most widely traveled of any of our citizens at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Within the Stolen Lands citation, right?
I need to put, hold on. I keep thinking that the companion guide is in my Kingmaker map folder, but it isn't, so I put it there. Let me look at this. Where's Ojublast? I know you
Ojublast.
have a not level 1 sheet. Where is it? Hello, Jubilast. My little schmooky.
Schmootsy poo.
He is my schmootsy. Hello, handsome. There you are. Okay. Jubilast looks to you and he thinks for a second and he says, "This is. So you think it's related to the first world?"
That is what I gathered.
I don't know. I think you're a bit dumb. I just don't think that's right.
Damn.
Juby.
Shut the fuck.
Harry
Okay,
would say
okay,
that. That was
okay,
so in
wow.
character.
No, it is.
That
I'm
took me the fuck out. Sorry, I had to recover
I'm
my
so
brain.
mad we'll never see the Jubilus's the reaction the first time Harry said that,
Literally.
because that is not the first fucking time.
Not at all.
Wow. Oh man.
That was
Oh,
great.
Beautiful.
Wow.
He looks to you and he says, "No, you're. Who told you that it was first world? Who told you? Yourself or somebody else?"
Very kind of like lightly scratching his cheek. I just thought it was.
Well, here's the thing. Now, I don't think you're right at all.
Do you know where it could be from?
So, the thing is, Perry, hey, you're gonna level with me. You think Jubilost is wrong?
Perry is entertaining. Is entertaining
So
him.
entertainment comes at a price, my boy, as he has stolen one of your RP with
Aw.
his.
Oh no, he was too stupid.
No.
As he looks to you and he says, "Well, it can't be just a first world thing. This isn't how it works. That doesn't happen in the first world. Things can't be created in the first world anymore. They just are." Which you will know is a fact.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And that would be his main point of contention. Things can't be created in the first world. The first world, you can't birth things. The amount of things that exist in the first world is all that will ever exist there. You can go in and out, but like things just don't die there. They're just brought back.
Writing this down.
There's a lot of first world lore that you might not know, Perifer. And I know that you got your mom or whatever, but I consider myself quite a entrepreneur of knowledge, and she seems mysterious as all the hells combined. So maybe you could leave it to an expert.
Oh, of course, with your big brain of yours. How could I ever contend?
See, now you're making fun of me, so I might just have to tell you to start smoking pipe. And that's where that goes, as you realize that Jubilost would be stuck on something. Something that technically isn't incorrect, but you do know that this is of First World influence. That is undeniable. So I'm going to take one of your points. And who would like to go next?
Experiments.
Experiment.
Experiments.
Experiment.
I'm locking myself in my. I get everything set up for our fucking zombie apocalypse, and then I go into my workshop. and people hear exploding noises.
God.
Okay. Okay. What are you exploding exactly?
So exploding is I was, I want Dea to try and potentially do experiments with either boba that we've brought back, some of the plants that we've brought back. This is very morbid. Stick with me. If Jamal can get like
You are allowed to examine his body.
yes, like
You
it doesn't
are
have to be
allowed
the
to
person's
examine
body.
Jamal's body.
It doesn't have to be the body. It can be a body of like one of the monsters. It can be some of the plants that exploded from a thing that has exploded. Like it doesn't have to be the person, because I also think that would make Dare really squeamish. But he's willing to do it because it's like scary. So like basically anything that he can do while experimenting with the pieces that he knows physically might contain proof of stuff. You know.
I would say that in lieu of Dea not wanting to be squeamed out, you could be sent the basilisk, actually.
Oh, slay. Cool. Yeah.
Crazy.
Sorry, Galia, don't come in here.
There's just a sign on the door.
Gala starts sneezing.
Nope. When was the last time anybody dusted in here?
When was the last time any of
It's-
you dusted? It's neglecting my library.
Literally. It's a little distasteful, but today it's a little less distasteful than having to do a full autopsy on a person. He's not
I
quite
don't
there
think
yet.
it's that
Oh yeah. I
distasteful.
just wanted to be silly.
It's funny. I love you.
Nice.
You guys also. I need everybody to send this rapid fire.
Fight it.
I believe if you click the GIF, you can favorite it, and you can send it through the favorite tips. Everybody
sometimes
gets
it's
a
just
hero point for that.
Yippee!
Amazing.
I love people giving into my silly whims. But I don't think it's too distasteful. I also will say, bad news, bears. You guys did lose all the rest of the bodies
Yeah.
that you needed. So,
Yeah. That's the thing.
But you go in. What were you hoping to use for this?
I
Because
would
I think
really,
you know what you might have to use.
I would really like it to be crafting. Because when
You
I first had the
do?
idea, I didn't know 100% I would be going the medicinal route. But my medicine is not very good.
If you would like, I would say that you, Dea, can have a hold of the basilisk's body, but you do have some dried up boba with you still.
Okay.
You guys do have raisins, and I would allow you to use crafting on that.
Okay, I'll start with that, and then on my next one, I'll try my hand at medicine, because it's not awful, it's just not great, you know? Okay, I'll do crafting for the raisins. Oh fuck yes. It's so satisfying when the number on the die is also your bonus, so that's 19 plus 19. Calculator.
Oh, that's nice.
Ooh.
Whoa.
28.
Whoa.
Thank you. I got a 28.
I
Wait,
will
no.
say,
I
I'm
think
supposed to
it's
roll
more than
that.
28.
It is supposed to be Ash rolling in.
Oh, you're.
I'm supposed to roll
silly.
that.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
Hey,
Secret
can-
roll.
can you
Secret
give
roll.
me that bonus again?
It's plus 19. I'm so silly. I'm sorry.
So they
I'm
can lie
embarrassed.
to you if you fuck
Oh,
up.
no.
It's okay. Don't be embarrassed.
I was excited to craft.
Plus 19.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do have good news. That would be a critical actually still. As Dea, you go to look through it. I imagine, as we discussed last time, in horrible knowledge, you put one of them in like a little bobble of water to hopefully re-soak it up.
Mm-hmm.
Awful. But you do critically succeed and gain 2 points.
Nice. I have my beakers and test tubes.
Beakers and test tubes. Beakers and test tubes.
Hell yes.
Who's a dino?
Oh,
It's not me, actually. I'm not in there.
I'm
Oh,
not
that's
in there.
me. That's me. I'm a dino.
You're a dinosaur.
You're a tiger.
Rawr.
Arr.
Arr.
Rawr.
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 Rawr. So, in other
Fucking
words, I'm
furry ass server. Right?
shut up. You have a fursona on your toy house. I will pull it out right now.
I know. Did roar immediately after Sarah. I was the first one to join.
The way that you have feral designs and you're just like furry asses. It's just like, silence! You are the most furry of all of us!
Okay.
Hey.
Oh,
take offense to
excuse
that.
me, my king. Have your crown then. But with that, hello, my little schmooksy pooksy Warwick, my little worry Warwick.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. Hi.
Hi. Hi. Hi. Hi. Hi. Hi. Going to see my boyfriend.
My boyfriend.
Yeah. Gay.
You head to the orphanage. He's not there. And then you go to the herbalist shop where you see him hanging out with Jihad.
I love that.
I am terrible. I'm sorry. He would actually approach you first and just, hello, Warwick. It's good to see you. I heard that everybody was out. Dea said something about the food being bad.
Is this like when we? I'm sorry to interrupt you. Is this when we have like just gotten back?
Yes.
I do think he looks incredibly fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh. Go ahead and sit over here. We can take care of that. Like now.
I do think that he walks towards Tristian, and I do think that he like hugs him, and it's like a little bit more of like a lean on him than it is like a hug. And he just like sighs really deeply.
Yeah, you guys are like grimy and bloody, and he like holds you up. He's not very strong. He has to take a step back, and he says,
Oh, don't worry. Warwick knows not to crush him.
well, now that we're here, you're here. Well,
It's nice to see you again.
Thank you. It's good to see you too. You look, different.
Awful is a good descriptor.
I wouldn't say that about people. That would be very rude.
You can be more honest with people. It's okay. But
That's not very honest. That's just me. I mean, I'm trying to help.
so yeah, we need to talk because shit's happening again, and
okay.
it's not gonna be good.
Oh, okay. Well, let's talk about it then.
Work will not here, right? Not talking here.
I will say Jihad is pretty close to y'all. Also, I've got bad news. He is the best friend that anytime something happens, Tristian probably goes running to him anyway.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Then if I know all of that, I'm just gonna throw myself down into a seat, basically.
Okay. So you're going to seek out Tristian for help.
Yes. Specifically, giving kind of the recap of everything that's happened, I am really honing in, hopefully, on his expertise of like maybe some information about like the cult if he thinks he has anything, and like the curse, the ritual that was done.
He would think about it, and I'm gonna say the same thing to Sarah. With going to Tristian about this and specifically asking him, are you willing to give your role to Tristian?
Yes, that is totally fine with me.
Okay. He would think about it, and he would. What are you, my boy?
Wait.
What?
That's a good idea. No, I got an idea. No, never. No, oh, wait, I'm waiting till my turn. I have a good idea.
He would think, and he would look to you and say, well, it sounds like it is a ritual. It sounds like a combination of magics. It could be a mix of as he goes into detail talking about magics, stuff that you will definitely have to tell somebody else about, as your beloved boyfriend knows that you are good at memorizing things and can tell this to somebody who will understand what it means. And you are given information, and you have gained a point of knowledge.
Yeah.
Yippee!
Okay. Do we want to go in the same order? Kind of like a weird initiative, or do we want to go into a different order? Do people have different ideas?
I'm down for either or. I could also shoot my idea by you, if you wanted.
Does anybody else have any pressing? Oh, the founders are kissing.
Oh, thank you for making the chart.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm gonna color code the lines and add actual like thoughts and feelings. But I just wanted to give you guys the bones so far.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
that's delightful. I love that. Just the fucking founder diamond.
Yeah.
Wow.
What was I saying?
You were checking to see if there was anything to get done right away, or if we were good to stay in our weird initiative.
Yeah, because I can do either one. I don't mind.
Does anybody else, like Panini, have like a pressing idea of something that they can do?
Not pressing, I don't think. So I'm okay waiting.
I mean, I'm good research maxing in the library, so that's. I'm so sorry. I have to laugh because this is scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to laugh because every time I have to talk as Galilea, I will be a bitch. So I have to let you guys know I'm very cool. Yeah, I think I'm probably I don't know if I will be able to max the RP in the library, but I'd like to get at least a few more before I leave it to do something else.
100%.
I don't think I can't just because I didn't want to like infinitely prep. I only prepped Pocket Library twice because I didn't think it. Since I was like, just since we were technically still traveling, I'm like, we gotta have a couple things in case we run into something.
Well, I think this is
100%.
downtime, so I don't think that you know.
Yeah, the thing is that like you guys, as far as you know, have unlimited time.
Yeah, so it's
Oh,
not
okay,
like
yeah.
we're not doing this all in like one day, so I don't think the uses of spells technically matters.
Yeah, I guess I'm just trying to be like a little like I guess like fair to that of like the thing of like okay, like I'll like prep it like once like I don't know.
Thank you for trying to
But
be conscious of it. I don't understand what you're trying to be conscious of, but I appreciate it.
yes, I've self-imposed a rule. Um, so, anyways, yeah, I'll probably just still keep doing that though.
Fuck yeah, fuck up that library.
Yeah, because especially if I'm scaring everyone away from, I'm gonna keep doing that. I'm trying to figure out if I want to do the same stack though. Because of my self-imposed rule.
You made this rule yourself.
I know, and I think I need to. I'm mentally telling myself to get over it and just keep. I found a cool spell stack for this purpose, and I should keep doing it. So I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, you don't want to be Mr. fucking Jubilost over there just being like, this isn't the first world fucking war. Whenever, I wanted you to know, it was a critical fail. It was a
Damn.
It sounded like it.
Yeah, that was the thing. As soon as he was like, "It's not the first world," I was like, "What the fuck?"
Everyone immediately side-eyed and was like, "This bitch
This
doesn't
man
know what the
rolled
fuck
shit."
he's saying." Yeah.
I'm really glad
Everyone
to know.
immediately knew.
I'm really glad to know that he talks that way to Perry still, despite being together, because that's just a character
yeah.
trait that he is a bitch, and I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He likes to be academically challenged, and Perry just being too affectionate with it, and he's just like, stop. Stop. I'm still right.
The dynamic between, I feel like, Jubilas and Gallia is like Gallia immediately pocket libraries and pulls out a book and is like, "Bitch."
Here's the thing. She does that, and he just immediately hits with the, you didn't naturally know that, needed a spell, fucking wizard.
At least I'm not wrong. I would rather have to fact check than be wrong.
How do you know I'm wrong, idiot? Anyway, go
It's
ahead and,
fucking- this is your book. You said it. It's your book.
Stop, Galilea. He gets off on that.
Gala arguing. No, I like the idea of Gala arguing with like a Jubilost in her brain.
Yeah, I do that in real life. So
I know.
Great.
I know you do. I do it too.
Yeah.
The fucking voices.
Man, crazy.
I do like the image that Jubilost haunts Gala to this day.
She can't, but she knows she can't let anyone know that, because if he catches wind of it, she's fucked.
Live in your head rent free, huh?
Get out.
Get out.
Go ahead and roll. Are you still wanting to do the same roll?
Yes, I would, because I don't think an Arcana roll would get me thinking. I could do Nature, which I have, like, I would have the same bonus with. But I guess I don't think I'll find out the cult, but like I'm trying to get as close to either understanding what the ritual does or what like similar ritual, like something where like I think I'm a little focused on the ritual aspect of it. So I think I'm going to do another occultism.
Hit me.
And that would be plus 15 again, with advantage. I also missed how the Tristian thing went as far as the RP went. Like, is that like the research points?
What was your bonus?
I have a plus 15 with advantage.
And did you do the, there is no HR department. Did you, nudge fate on that at all? I'm just asking.
Well, can I do Nudge Fate on top of the... because Nudge Fate, I believe, is also just a status bonus. So can I do that and Pocket Library? If they're both
It is a
plus one status bonus?
Pocket. I believe you're right. I just wanted to check. Actually, yeah, you can. Okay, I wanted to check. Gala, you pull it together and you are making headway. You're not going as far as you were before, but that's okay because you're an elf and slow and steady wins the fucking race here.
Does it for real? Does.
And
Oh. Do we not know the RP we get?
you get 1.
Okay.
You don't
How
have to
ma-
worry about tracking it. I am tracking it.
Okay. I just like numbers sometimes.
Nerd.
Stop being a Libra. Stop being a
Nerd.
Libra.
No. I didn't think the Libra call out was gonna happen.
The Galilea come out.
What the?
No, I'm trying to be a character. Fuck off.
As you're looking into that, I actually do think if there's one person who has never been scared of you, you feel a cold hand on your shoulder as you see Jathal putting a cup of tea near you, and she says, "You look awful."
I think Galilea just kind of like sits her head around and kind of has this like dead like pan stares like I feel it.
Awful. So, does this have anything to do with Amadeus coming in and talking about there being lice in our fields or something?
Where lice? No, it's
I have to listen through the walls. I don't get to hear the meetings.
no, yeah. You don't have to be in the walls all the time, but that's not really the concern. Have you ever heard of monsters bursting out of people?
Gross. No, never. I can't say that I ever have. That sounds quite dreadful, I think.
It is. It's bad. Is a word for it. It's stolen lands. It's very stolen lands.
It doesn't necessarily feel stolen lands, though. Maybe.
No, no, kind of just like gestures to the books. I'm looking to figure out what it is. I don't know what it is, though.
Well, I can help you grab books that you're a bit too short to reach, and I can keep people away from you because you look like you're about to shoot somebody. But you would never shoot me, right?
No, of course not.
Good. Okay, I'm gonna keep that librarian away from you then. As she goes to move up, pushing the tea a little closer to you, you would notice that it has a little pot of sugar, and you see a little thing of cream.
Oh, that
They are
seems-
in improper containers. You know it will be awful. it out.
It's-
You do think that she yoinked this.
Yeah, no,
This is not properly acquired.
Yeah. Oh. Galilea's not drinking that. Not
That's
just
rude.
not just yeah. No, it's she's still not great, but that's mostly the reason why, but also I don't want it to be bad.
Okay, and with that, I will go to the next person. Who wants to go next?
have a logistics question.
Yes.
Okay.
How long did it take us to get to Teresia de Dryad again?
It would have taken. Let me pull out my map.
Yep.
Nope. I would say, if I recall correctly. Oh, I forgot about shoe spiders.
What?
Don't worry
What?
about it.
I think I'm gonna worry about it.
You guys missed that. You guys can't cash in on that anymore.
That's probably for the best, I think.
Yeah.
Spider timer ran out.
Thank God. We have everything else in the Stolen Lands, but at least we don't have spiders.
That we know of.
Shut up.
It's about 2 hexes away from you, so it is 24 miles away.
I don't know, Matt.
It would take like basically the rest of your day.
Okay. Okay, that's not too bad. I think what Perry is gonna do. I wouldn't really expect a roll from this. I think Perry is going to go ahead and write some letters to send to our allies.
So your allies, they're very important people. Yes, yes.
Yes, yes. Giving them a very in-depth explanation. And then I think if Perry has time after that, he will set out for Teresia.
Are you going on your own?
I imagine everybody else is still looking into things. But Perry might grab Jubilost.
Might.
Do you want to go on a trip?
Okay. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I just. Immune to fucking whores. Ugh. Okay.
Sorry.
I will say, Mr. Drewblast, I mean no offense, would probably not be too interested in going to visit a dryad.
Fair enough. Would Octavia be interested by any chance?
Now you're cooking with gas. I do think if you approach her, Octavia, she would be open to it. I will say, I will be a bit hands off with the interaction with her, just because I'm trying to give a bit of equal interactions.
Yeah.
But she would be ecstatic. She would go with you.
Woo!
Coming with you and going to visit your old friend. Do you remember her name?
Teresia.
Good job. Okay. Sorry, I thought this
Harry's
was
been
gonna
saying
be
it the whole
because
time.
I heard the dryad. I did not hear Teresia.
Our Teresia
But-
3 times.
Thank you.
Well.
I did have to look back in my notes to get it, though.
Wee wee wee. Oh
That's
wee wee.
fine. Oh,
A
wee
wee
wee.
wee.
Oh, wee wee. You make your way through the woods, and approaching a lonely meadow, dappling woods, and a river running through, you see Teresia and her lover sat by the water, mumbling to each other.
Hello. I hope you're not
Hello.
intruding.
Oh no, come here. It's been so long.
It has. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderfully, my friends. I don't recognize your companion, but I'm sure that if she's with you, she is safe. Oh, how have you been? I hear your kingdom has grown. I hear that you have fought off a war.
Oh yes,
How are
many,
you?
many developments. Alas, right now I am not doing too great. We are having a bit of a dilemma that I was hoping to seek your counsel on.
Oh, I will try my best.
So,
A wubba dubba dubba da.
3 times speed. I was wondering if you knew anything about either of those.
So you will be using her proficiency.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you asking her to think about something specific at all?
I think specifically if she knows anything about the boba or about, I guess it's technically 3 things. The boba, the flowers, how one would transport an entire thing of flowers from the first world to the material.
Let me hopefully give you some answers for that. Where are you?
Where are you?
Where are you?
I'm so sorry.
And now we can't sing that song ever again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shit my pants. Girl, where are you?
Why did you lose it?
She has... It's not that I lost it, it's that she has a special thing, and she's a special dryad, you see, so she has specific stats. She is she was a fairy.
She is a fairy. She's like a... Like, what's the thing? Greater Dryad.
Yeah, well, because the thing is that if she has like a special, like specific bonus for the check I'm wanting to use, I don't want to fuck you guys.
I think you.
Okay, here we are. Hello, Queen. Okay. So she's going to look to you, and she's going to think, oh, well, and she would begin rambling, talking about ideas that are a bit above your head, but altogether it would start to piece. You have gotten a point.
Yay!
Nice.
My boys.
Nice. My boys.
Hello.
Hello.
My boys.
So.
Hello, my boys.
Hello. So, okay.
Yeah.
I know you just did that very touching scene where Jathal is like, I'm gonna run point around Galilea. I am stealing her.
Jathal or Galileo?
Jathal.
Oh, you're stealing my... Okay.
Interesting. I
which-
think it's hilarious, please.
I also think it is of note because not to be the drama, I don't think Dea and Jathal's relationship has truly gotten better since that one time Tristan and her got into a fight.
Oh, right. Fun.
That never got handled between them. So it might not be the first time he's talked to her, but it's definitely one of them, and it's been 3 years. You know what I mean? Um, but
Oop.
I would like to approach the Jathal in the library, I assume.
I actually do think it would be pretty easy to approach Jathal. I think that you come into the library, and she probably actually takes point with asking, "What are you doing?"
Looking for you, actually.
Ah, yes, that's good. Better than what I thought it would be. Let's go.
I wanted to ask your expertise on something. And I am going to lead her to my workshop.
She follows you to the workshop.
Awesome. She would come into the workshop, and there is beakers and alchemical setups dripping weird acids, and also a really big basilisk corpse in here. Um,
Gross.
and he is going to look at her and say, if I recall, you're rather skilled with medicine. I wanted to ask if you could help me perform an autopsy on this creature.
She looks to you and she says, "You're right. I am quite talented at medicine." And she would not really make any. So he picked up a bit of a Delulu elf. As she would simply grab at whatever scalpel or knife you have and just go to town.
Swag. Let's
She
go.
would comment that it is torn to shit because there was a bunch of marshals that stabbed the shit out
Oh,
of
yeah.
this thing.
Oh, yeah.
But
Uh,
she would dig into it.
hell yeah. I think that even if she, like, comments on that, I think that he just kind of goes to shrug and, like, almost like morbid curiosity, like, watches her go through this thing and kind of mention, well, we know how it died, but any other information of note would be useful.
She digs through it, and she would actually be able to tell you a lot of information.
Oh, fuck yes.
As she would begin rambling about its insides and outsides and how certain things don't add up. Hey, shit! And with that, you have a critical success from Jathal. Thank you.
Yes! Yes! The minute you were like, other people can do rolls for you, and I was like, wait a minute, we have medics here.
All right. And with that, I grab Warwick like a squeaky toy. Hello. Yippee.
Hello. I very quickly run out of specific ideas.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's rough out here.
My first idea was to try to use like medicine or nature if I don't just try to approach someone else about it, but
I mean, you can explore the outside of town.
Yeah,
You
nature could be good.
You
It's
could
true.
compare the area that you were in with where you are now, because it's technically not that far.
Studying the spread, yeah.
yeah. I do like that.
Assessing.
I will try that.
Okay.
Yeah. Work essentially just is like ba 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 with Tristan is like nice to see you. Okay, I have to leave again.
Yeah.
So you begin to explore on your own through the woods
With grace, but yes.
with Chris. Okay, cool.
Is this something that you roll or I roll?
It's something that I roll. But real quick, we're gonna do something.
Oh, okay.
Warwick, as you begin to wander through the woods, you hear something. You hear somebody walking around. You see a shorter man with flaming orange hair.
No.
Oh,
No!
I would
no.
like everybody else to mute.
No.
Okay, I'm
No,
muting.
I'm just trying to fucking do research.
Or remember that Perry told you about it?
Yes, yes, yes.
Dea and more Morrissey. Sorry, I forgot that you. Yes, Warwick. You see a man with flaming orange hair, wandering through the woods, ducking through bushes, and pulling at leaves. He's not doing anything inherently disrespectful for the nature, but as Sarah mentioned, you have recently heard tale of a orange gnome.
Is there any way I can avoid him?
You could stealth.
I'm not confident that would fucking work.
Here's his picture, in case you forgot.
Alright. How far away is he from me?
It's about 15 feet.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Okay.
you would not have heard him. You would have had to have seen him.
Okay. Sorry for all of the clarifying questions. Does it seem like he has noticed me at all? Because I
don't think
assume
so.
so. Oh, okay. Okay.
Would you like to try and sneak away from this man to continue your search?
I'd love to try.
You go and you go to move, to step away. Give me your stealth.
It's plus 13.
Warwick, you go to step away. You have heard warnings before. You are not playing around. You go to step away and you get pretty far. Whenever you fully turn your back, though, you feel something hit the back of your neck. And then a couple more times as you hear like a toot 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 toot. Nothing stabs you, but as you go to look at your hood, you see the same boba there. As you see the gnome sat on top of a tree, kicking his legs. It's fake, you know.
Sorry, I'm trying to process this. This is fucking crazy. Okay. I think Warwick is going to try to hurriedly get it off of him regardless.
Mhm.
And once he is done with that, I think he will turn to face Orange Man. Is it now?
Here's my question. Would you like to make your roll seeing if he's lying or not?
Yes. My perception
Okay.
is pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you need me to tell you what it is?
Yes, I would like that.
It's plus 18.
Nice. Okay. Warwick, you ask that, and he shakes his head and says, no, it's fake. You would think a ranger would know what real seeds look like.
And does this seem decent to me? Seems like he is normal.
He seems like he isn't lying at all.
Okay.
with that, you have been given 2 research points as
Ugh.
Orange moves to stand on the tree, and he says, "Bye, leave.
Oh, I'm.
Do you want to stay?
No, I'm okay.
You seem
so
like
it's
quite the
been-
rock of a man."
Nope. I'm leaving now. Walk, 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 walk.
Walk, 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 walk.
Not getting turned into a rock today.
And with that, I imagine work you go straight home as all of you can unmute. As I get to tell you much information, many things have been gathered.
Yay!
Yay!
That was
I'm glad
crazy.
nobody fucked over by some freaky bitch for it.
God.
Wild that some of that information came from fucking Orange.
Maybe
He's
Orange is a
just
friend.
having fun. Yeah, he's like a friend. I don't feel comfortable finishing.
So, I'm asking people to break out their investigator sheets. As I get to tell you, you guys have accumulated 15 points. So I get to tell you 2 blocks of information. Are people ready?
Yes.
With the accumulated knowledge that you all have gathered, you begin to realize something. The source of this affliction is a sinister curse. It is a conjuration magic, and these victims have never transformed into the monsters. It's more like the bodies are transformed into a strange portal from which the monster is created.
Oh.
The method of the spread is unknown, with the lore that Warwick was given about the boba. However, rumors of occults begin to spread through your kingdom. And people begin to think that it is people trying to make the Stolen Lands into a kingdom of monsters again.
Okay.
But later in the night, I imagine, Dea, you come back with Jaethal, blood on her hands, as you all are brought more information, more truth. With this set of knowledge, you learn that those who suffer from this curse have no symptoms until they reach the very end. Crippling pain tears through the body, and a type of monster will emerge from the victim. It is unpredictable completely. It may be possible to save some from the curse if the affliction can be detected before it runs its course, but it is difficult with the widespread nature of it. You begin to hear through the grapevine that instead of trolls being much of a problem anymore, it is goblins, and it is believed that people think that they are the source of this curse.
Oh, God. Okay.
Do any of the characters or players have anything they would like to discuss with this?
I mean, I would love to know Perry's reaction to Warwick
Orange
meeting
Man.
the Orange Man.
Oh my god, yeah, he would totally come back and I'm assuming we're all together as we like go over our information,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Council brunch.
I somehow Warwick has come to this meeting looking even more haggard than he did before. And he just goes, probably like when they're all sharing information, he would bring up the fact that like he got information like openly from Orange No Man, and he hated every second of it,
Mm-hmm.
and he probably
I-
almost got turned into a rock.
I imagine the second that Warwick mentions fucking orange man. Perry's doing that thing where it's like rushing over, hands on face, looking over him to make sure that like everything is okay and he
Mhm.
didn't get modified in a weird way.
Turned
I'm
into a fruit.
fine. He just threw fake seeds at me. The boba.
Is that all he said to you?
He didn't really say much to me, honestly. I tried to sneak away from him when I noticed him, but it was too late. And then he let me go, and there was definitely the insinuation that if I had stayed longer to talk to him, he probably would have played a trick on me.
Perry is seething. I don't
And-
think. Oh, what?
No, go ahead.
I don't think Perry would talk about this, but this is for the listeners and the out of character.
Mhm.
Because Perry fully thinks that the reason their mom went missing is because of the information that Orange got. So Perry thinks that Orange is the reason.
Oh, that makes
Oh.
sense.
So pissed that Orange fucking showed his face again, and also like, damn it, if I had gone with Warwick, I could have tried to get more information about my mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me mama.
Gotten turned into a pear again.
And turned into a pair again. At least it would have been them, and maybe Warwick could have gotten away.
Motherfucking yeah.
God, I feel like Warwick is so
Crazy.
conflicted about this dude because it's like, yeah, he seems dangerous, but also like he helped technically, and like nothing actually like happened. And even with like Perry, like he just got turned into a pear and then he was okay again. So like, I guess I don't really know.
What is this? Me shaking him. What is your deal?
I have no fucking clue.
I'm just a little guy. That's what he says.
That's what Orange says. Orange says,
Yeah.
"This isn't. I'm just so little."
You wouldn't
Wanna
punch a
turn
guy
into
with
a rock?
glasses.
You want to punch a little guy, unless
Little
you want to
guy?
turn into a boxing glove, since you want to punch people so bad.
He's freaky.
He's freaky.
But yeah, Oric seems fine. I am curious, if any of you, me, Ash, hi, I'm speaking to the players because of how the world works. And you guys have gotten farther in discovering things, a portal in the body, which makes things a ritual of conjuration, magic, all of these things. I want to ask you as players, if you think your characters would start coming to any conclusions about anything.
I have an idea. And I've said
Yes.
this before as like me,
Mhm.
Mackenzie, but like as soon as you said probably goblins, I was thinking about it again, but I don't want to like meta if I'm not sure if Warwick would know that.
I know exactly what you're going to say. It is a pretty well-known deity. I do not think it is crazy to know that Warwick knows who she is.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and share mine and Warwick's theory about what's going on. I think that Warwick thinks that if it is goblins and if it's a cult and
Bissell.
stuff like that, Abyssal, I think that we are dealing with goblins who worship Lamashtu, the mother of monsters.
I agree. I think that Dea did not know a lot about her, but I think if Warwick is bringing up this idea, I as Panini we'll be like, Deo's like, yep, you know what? Yep, yeah, that sounds like it's on the fucking tin.
So
Uh,
I'm gonna set the other two aside really quick. We're gonna talk
Yes,
about
yes,
Lamashtra
yes.
really quick. Mackenzie,
Thank you.
if you would like to talk about it as you and also work, that would also be fun. I would encourage that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gosh, I feel like my archived knowledge of her is not a lot. It's like you said before, Ash, like I don't technically know a lot about her. Let me pull her up on the archives of Nethys.
I think that this is a good time to spread theories around, spread thoughts. Hi, I'm trying to make you guys go crazy like I do with Altair. I fully encourage people sharing like thoughts they could have on what is happening. I also heard people talking about the Green Lady,
Yeah.
and I would not be willing to shoot down those thoughts.
I oh,
Yes, I go ahead.
I have had a theory for a while that because this thing is happening with the Green Lady, where the Green Lady very rarely is actually moving against us. She just has people who are moving against us. I do still think that this can be connected to the Green Lady, especially because, like, the vegetation specifically, not only is abyssal, but is, like, touched by Fae, as well as the idea of it being, like, a portal because like I think the Lamashtu thing is really, really strong. I think if it was just Lamashtu stuff, I wonder if it would be actual morphing or like, sorry to be gross, actual like alien style bursting from your chest. So the fact that it's like a portal from somewhere else to me feels very Green Lady. So I think that it might be a two-part working against us.
I was gonna
Very-
say, you go.
Thank you. It's very Green Lady. I personally, that's my top theory. Is like the goblins are the ones enacting this, but the Green Lady is enforcing this and maybe
Mhm.
even supplying the monsters that come through the portals.
Yeah.
I did have another thought that crossed my mind that,
Uh-huh.
technically speaking, I don't know how realistic it is. There's still the guy from the basement.
Oh my god, there's still the guy from the basement. I keep forgetting about him. He was also a mage, wasn't he?
Yeah, because he was able to fucking crawl on the ceiling
And go
about it.
invisible and shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, he did crawl on the ceiling about it, you're right.
Mhm. He was a little classic horror jump scare and then fucked off.
And he's
Yeah,
not
that was
come up
a-
since.
What were you saying, Mackenzie?
Oh, sorry. I was going to say even the fucking ranger that we saw in the woods, he was like deranged and his whole deal was just like making monsters do his commands
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah, like that's the thing is like it, because the other thing, because like I think all the theories have merit, because like we also know with the Green Lady, she's used people like Tartuccio to manipulate vulnerable populations.
Yeah. Even the Stag Lord.
I mean, yeah, I was like, I don't know enough about Pathfinder goblins to know about things, but we also are living in a kingdom where we're like everyone is welcome as long as you're like cool about it. So the potential thing of it maybe being a little more complicated. It's either fucked up cult ritual. Like, do you know what I'm trying to
Mhm.
say? Of like, I think maybe like I don't know if it's like the kobolds or if it's
Yeah. That's the
closer
yeah.
to something else.
That's the thing. It could be a vulnerable population being manipulated because the thing about
Mhm.
goblins in general, right, is that like they kind of can be played as like antagonist or like kind of crazy, but they also like aren't always. You know what I mean? But if they are
Yeah.
Lamashtu goblins, that means they're really bad.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, you're already worshiping this goddess, which is bad news. So I don't know how much progress would really make with them to avoid that.
Speaking of that goddess, Mackenzie, if you would like, Mackenzie, if you would like to discuss Lamashtu, I will reluctantly find the picture of Lamashtu while you do that.
You could also send in her icon, her
Oh
symbol.
my god!
Okay, so Miss Lamashtu The Demon Queen, the Mother of Monsters, Grandmother Nightmare, Mistress of Insanity, Mother of Perversion. It's a
Oh
lot.
wow, that's a lot of
Yeah.
titles.
Yep.
She's chaotic evil, in Legacy. A
Which we are
lot,
playing, so.
yes, a lot of monstrous, ancestries like goblinoids, gnolls, stuff like that. They worship her in some capacity, or at least, used to be pretty common. Not everyone does, obviously, but, a lot of people also claim like monstrous ancestries that she was like their progenitor, that she like birthed their ancestors and stuff. She is like all about grotesque beauty and like shaping people to look different and to fit her own standards of beauty. Something real about Miss Lamashtu is that she is very interested in Shalyn because she wants to corrupt her and shape her into her own grotesque standard of beauty. Very bad. And
Yeah.
Shalanites are terrified and horrified by that idea because it's pretty bad. Yeah, that's like, I feel like that's the lowdown about it. Her edicts include bring power to outcasts and the downtrodden, which is great. Indoctrinate children in Lamashtu's teachings, make the beautiful monstrous, and revel the corruption and flaws in all things. Anathema, hilariously, is attempt to treat a mental illness or deformity, or provide succor to Lamashtu's enemies. Yeah,
Provide
pregnant with
succor.
monster is very real with Lamashtu cult. We don't have to get into it. There was a Pathfinder 1E item that let you do that.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
it is a
And it
real
was a Lamashtu
blessing.
item. Yep.
It is a real blessing that you can receive from Lamashtu.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So, with that lore, with all of this, I'm going to say, does anybody else have anything to say before I force y'all to take a nap?
I think I'm good.
I'm wondering. Well, kind of in line with it, maybe being like the things. The goblins might be a red herring. Like it being a Lamashtu thing might be a red herring. Where like
I
someone.
can see that also.
Right, because is it very believable that it's like a cult of Lamashtu, probably goblins kind of thing? Yeah. Do I think maybe someone's like it's very easy to frame this as a Lamashtu thing because it's like
Yes.
I want monsters to invade the stolen lands and be a problem, but I don't want anyone to blame me for it.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and that doesn't even have to be the Green Lady or the like it could be the basement guy. You know who we haven't heard from? I'm always curious about what he's eventually gonna do. I don't think he's capable of this unless Drella.
Strelev. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because when is he gonna do something? That's gonna be a thing eventually.
He has to be
I-
amassing power because something I pointed out literally in one of the last sessions, I was like, he is the only person we have not seen that doesn't like us. Sorry, go ahead, Sarah. I didn't mean to talk over you.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're fine. We started talking at the same time. I think he has been doing things. I think he hasn't been doing anything overt. I think
Yeah,
he's
nothing
doing
loud.
a lot of because like we had the fucking spy. I think he's got spies everywhere. I think he has fingers in every pot.
That's the thing is like that's why I'm like I mean I don't think he'd do something that would endanger his home, but he's kind of in the other direction from. And it's close to Varnhold, where this is kind of like in the middle of like of Luma and Varnhold, where this would be like a okay disease to eliminate a kingdom.
Yeah.
And then I do enjoy a good political intrigue, so I'm gonna conspiracy board it real quick.
Do it. Yeah. Real.
Because it is like a thing of it's a little bit smallpox blanket, where you introduce this disease into these kingdoms, have no way to counteract it. And it's devastating because it can kind of just continually spread if you do it right. And even if it doesn't spread to every person, the monsters will take care of the rest. So here's the thing with that is all you need to do is have a cure ready for your own kingdom
Mhm.
and
And it's a
have the
curse.
it's a curse, so you just need to know how to like either protect yourself against the curse or eliminate it once you're ready. Because let's say there's like what, a couple hundred from each kingdom alive, assimilate them, be the hero that fixes it.
And I'm gonna actually say this something. I think that I think this is a really, really good thorough line, Hannah. See, here's the thing: is that I don't actually think any of these theories have to be mutually exclusive, because
True.
what does every single enemy we have encountered who has worked for the Green Lady had in common? They are grasping for power, and they are enemies of us. They are rivals of us. I think the idea of it being a political move does not negate the idea that the Green Lady could be making forces move against us as threats to her. Because the Stag Lord was
And-
also grabbing for power. Tartuccio was also grabbing for power.
And honestly, you could. How hard would it be to just like give like if to find a goblin population? I mean, like you find a Lamashtu goblin population, right?
Yeah.
And then you give them the resources they need for a ritual.
Yeah.
Like that's not
Mhm.
hard, I imagine. I mean,
It's
like
not.
the getting it things, but like all you have to do is be the supplier.
And we have no idea any of the actual capabilities of Drelev, because that's the thing, is that all we know is that they're assholes and they're really closed off, but they could have like knowledge of curses. They could have knowledge of cults. They could be cults themselves. We don't know what kind of ideologies they have or skills they have, so they could very easily be doing that because we have no information. They are actually controlling their own information really, really well. And I think what's really,
It's
really
true.
interesting is that I think what this is proving to me, potentially, about the Green Lady, because we have no real idea what her motivation is, I wonder if she benefits from having us fight each other, actually.
Mhm.
I wonder if she wants
yeah,
none of us to
right?
get ahead.
I-
It's not just her after us. I think she wants us all to kill each other.
That's what I'm
Mhm.
thinking. I'm thinking she doesn't want anybody in these lands, and she is seeding all of this conflict so
Yeah.
that we just destroy ourselves and it's hers again.
And then people
Yeah.
stop coming back
Yeah.
because that was actually the whole reason why this was even a quest, is because it's
Yeah.
like, hey, we have all this land and nobody wants to go settle it because everything keeps failing.
Yeah,
I
this
was
is
gonna
the
say,
last
that's the
time we're gonna
history
try
of
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I definitely can see the Lamashtu thing being in tandem with the Green Lady thing, because like you guys
Mhm.
said, that has been what's been happening. She has constantly had her
Mhm.
hands in like everything that's been going on, so I'm like, well, of course she's gonna be part of whatever the fuck is going on.
The voices!
The voices!
The voices!
Yeah, I think and the thing is though, is I think the problem with what we know is it could be as big or as small. Like it could be as small as there's a goblin cult who just happened to have the resources they needed and decided to start what is a fucking like pandemic wildfire.
Oh, yeah.
And then fucking, or it could be as big as I want the stolen lands to myself, whether I'm
Which-
Drelev or the Green Lady.
Which,
Mhm.
and not to be meta, not to be a fucking prophet, I have this on recording, I'm looking at you, Ashton, you would not have made us sit down and do a conspiracy board if it was just Goblin Cult. I know it. There is something
just
bigger
for fun.
happening, okay?
I just think it's
There's
fun.
gotta be something.
I definitely think, I'm not saying goblins are stupid by any means, but this is like a huge ritual. And like, it's the type of shit that you would need to get help doing anyway.
Rituals
this
are
is
hard to
huge, and, like-
do. These are high level
Right.
shits.
If it was like they always had the ability to do this, why have they not done it before?
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
true.
Yeah. And I've always said that.
It's yeah, cause Yeah, because the thing is, like, because if I'm a meta about it, Drelev is supposed to be the lead up to, because like we had the monster war, right? Which I feel like your average player can swallow a little bit easier because the things, I think Drelev is being set up as our humanoid war concept. Where it's like, oh, this is more of a classic war of like these people are like trained, he has political allies. Like I'm pretty sure that's what that's going to be set up, where it's going to be this huge political war clash, because he's probably going to have like countries backing him, and we gotta find a fucking way to get some more countries to back us. I'm pretty sure that's what he's being set up for. So I'm like, I don't think anything, if we find out he's connected to anything, I don't think it's something we're gonna find out till later, really.
Yeah. I also think, like, in regards to goblins being a red herring, I think even if we, like, find the goblins and investigate them and it turns out it's not them, I think that's still gonna lead us somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
If they still have, like, abyssal shit, we can still get information.
Even if the Lamashtu thing is like a red herring and like the goblins are a red herring, the abyssal taint was on that thing.
Oh yeah.
That thing.
That
That
thing.
abyssal
That
stank.
Abyssal stanky. So, with that, I put my little characters to bed. I tuck them in. Everybody can do a long rest. And I wish to ask really quick, would people like to take a break before we continue? Or would you guys like to do another round of research?
I think I would like to take a break.
Yeah, I think I'll take Maple to get some water, because I just gave her the treat that makes her thirsty.
Yeah,
Oh
100%.
my god.
Let's take a 5.
Yeah, I pause. Alright, we're live.
We are live. Hello, and welcome back, everybody. I wanted to say, because I was talking to the others about this before, but I want it to be on record. Because of the amount of research that you have garnered, if you would like to go further outside of town, now would be the time to look into things. And
Almost
with
like
that,
investigate other areas.
I will say, I am holding a particular person hostage. Warwick. Oh wait, you're eating.
Hi. No, I'm not.
Okay. Warwick, you wake up in the morning to hear somebody breaking into your room. You
What
hear
the-
Keston knocking on your door. Wake up. Wake up.
I'm awake. What happened?
Get dressed.
He is like throwing clothes on as he is like following Keston out. He's like, what happened? What happened?
There was a wyvern outside of the village. We need help.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
And with that, I need you to make a roll as warden.
Man. Okay. What role?
Defense.
Defense. Okay. Oh my god. Our modifiers are so much lower than what's on the sheet. It scares me. Okay. Defense. Okay. Math. That is 27.
27? Okay. With that, you go out to follow Keston, and you follow him to the lake, to the docks, where you see a wyvern tangled in seaweed and muck, a body drifting along the waters. As you both come together with several of the other people, a part of your militia, I believe that's the word.
Sounds about right.
Militia, scouts, whatever you want to call it.
Militia scouts come together and you defeat the threat very easily. Thankfully, nobody loses their lives. You now have a wyvern corpse and a human corpse close together. You have more evidence for researching this.
Wonderful.
Oric, you have gained 2 research points with this.
All right. Yippee.
Yippee! And with that, I need to grab Galilea.
Hi.
Have you opened up the sheet at all for the kingdom?
No,
I need
haven't.
you to do that as you need to make a leadership roll.
Okay. Let me get this thing pulled up. Oh, it's been a minute. Okay. Just trying to get it to pull up on my thing, but it wants to be annoying, so I will do it this way. Okay, leadership roles. What do I need to roll?
You would need to roll politics as you come to, I imagine, begin researching once again in the library, but you are pulled aside by Valerie, who looks to you. There's a lot of people who want answers or ideas of how we're going to make through with this.
Oh, and we have such a good plus to this. Okay. Okay. Can't add anything to this. We just have to raw dog it. Just nervous. Okay. We go. Oh, hey, that's not bad. Because a +3, a 19 + 3 is a 22 in politics.
With that, I am curious, what kind of thing do you think you would say? Would you like be giving out promises? Would you just be trying to assuage people that like you've found out an idea of how to take care of everything?
You know, I was so ready to fail that I was thinking more about what I would say when that happened. I need to have more confidence in myself, I think. I think that, yeah, when Valerie comes, is saying like people are like worried, and Gallia's like, well, then we will provide them with information, if not answers. And she says, I do think it's like this thing of I know since our return that we came with some troubling warnings and not much explanation. While we do not have exact answers, we are coming up with solution. And preventative. So please continue to adhere to the warnings as they've been outlined, and please continue to place our trust and faith in your trust and faith in us, and we will be sure that it pays off.
Awesome. For doing this and succeeding, both of you, you have been awarded 160 EXP towards the kingdom.
Oh, wow.
You do not gain any research points from telling people to
Relax.
stay calm, relax, we're figuring it out. But you do manage to sway any unrest from coming to fruition. Harry and Dea,
Yo.
Hello.
who would like to go first? You
Looking
two
at
don't
Dea.
get
I'll look
kingdom
at Harry.
events. Do you guys want to do it as a unit?
Is it an
You
event we
guys
can do as a unit?
You guys could research together. You would have to make separate roles, but you could say that Perry and Day are looking into stuff together.
Yeah, I think what Perry is wanting to do is try to find where exactly those goblins are.
I think that's a good idea as well. I think with Dea, I wonder if that would be also what his worry is too, because we would need to, I think, even find the goblins before we can say, yeah, they're a part of it, or like just knock them out of the running, because unfortunately, if we've heard it through the grapevine, we have had an issue in the past with people being like, I don't trust that monstrous critter we have around here. So yeah, we can do that together.
Oh yeah.
This would be gathering information technically at this point. I would like society roles.
Society.
Do you want us to do it, or are you doing it?
We want you guys to do it.
Okay.
Because I believe for gather information, it's that you guys do it.
I don't think so, because I think when you fail gather information, you get bad information. But I'll check it for you. It is secret, because it's an exploration.
Oh, damn it. I thought that I remembered it. I'm sorry. Then yes, please give me your society rules.
Minus us 18.
Plus 14.
Day
I
is
am
very
an
good at
expert.
society. Day is a master
Society.
in society.
Society.
Master. Okay. You all come together to speak to people. I imagine trying to keep people assuaged. I imagine you guys aren't trying to rile people up about being like, oh, goblins. You guys are just like, hey, have you heard about these goblins?
I've heard there's some goblins
Yeah.
in town. We want to give them a welcome basket type shit. You know what I mean?
You would hear that people know about the goblins, but they're nowhere near town.
Oh.
What might they be?
You would hear the idea that they live in the Selin Hills.
In the hills.
I don't know if I remember where the Selin Hills are. Is that up near Oleg's?
It is around Oleg's. It is also around where it is an area. So it encompasses around the edge of Oleg's, the bottom of Brevoy, where the Traveler's Lodge was, and a little bit of Varnhold.
Oh, so it's the part right under Restov.
Yes.
Okay, okay. In my head, I'm adjusting the map. Okay.
I will,
That's not
give
good.
I will make a circle.
That would line up with where the direction that this curse originated.
Yeah, it would, but
Mhm.
that does worry me because again, it's close to Varnhold, and it's also close to Restov, which means another kind of knock against it being political. Because I don't know if Day has actually had a chance to go into it with y'all. Restov is in political strife right now. I have been told.
Mm.
Which it always is, but really bad right now.
I know Perry said he was going to write letters to our allies, but it might be good if making sure that was informed to Restov.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it means that we'll probably have to go exploring that section, because I know we found the place with the ritual, but now I'm worried if we give them enough time, they could even do another one in another location.
Mm-hmm. Oh god.
That's true.
Also bad because if it ends up being too big, that cuts off one of our best supply lines, because that's our easiest way to connect with Brevoy, because we're a vassal state, but also Restov, which is one of our allies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not actually very close to Rezov. It would be around the fort. So
Okay.
it would be around here.
Visual aid.
Probably.
Where?
Visual aid.
Oh, I see. Well,
Oh.
still messing with our supply line, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we do stuff through the river.
Mm-hmm. That's also right next to our border.
Mm-hmm.
Literally smack dab between us and Varnhold.
Yeah, literally.
Fucking targeted.
Feels like it.
Yeah. So I guess next step would just be to start searching in there.
Hell of a lot of ground to cover, though.
With this, you have been given more research points. And now I get to go back to my other guys. Hello, my little event boys. Would one of you guys want to go first? For the next round of research?
I mean, I wouldn't mind getting my hands dirty with the autopsies. I don't care about dead bodies.
Yummy.
I do, but also, like, not like that.
Yummy. Yummy. I don't think it would be a secret that Warwick had to kill a wyvern witch with the other scouts from your nation.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think he says that he, like, immediately would try to tell us.
Yes. Yes, he would.
Yes.
Yes.
He's like, holy shit, guys.
Ugh, like I
It
said in
hurts.
chat room, he is keeping most everyone away from those bodies. Like after they kill it, and then he's immediately telling the council.
The horse is here.
The horse is here.
What do I autopsy, though? Do I autopsy the person or the wyvern?
It's your choice.
Because I don't know if I want to autopsy the person. Be like, well, no, didn't you say that no one had gotten?
Yeah, we haven't gotten
Actu-
a body of the thing that got exploded. We got the body of a thing that exploded out. So.
Right. So but that person was not killed in the wyvern attack. Were we able to confirm that, or is that something I would find out in my autopsy? That's what I'm trying to I'm trying to remember if that was told when Warwick was doing his event or not.
Oh yeah, there was a human body.
Yeah, there was. Well, yeah, I know there was a human body,
Oh,
but I'm trying to figure out, was it like, did you know if it was because the wyvern killed it,
Or if it exploded.
or because it exploded?
It was implied that it was from exploding.
Okay, that's what I was picking up the implication. I just needed to confirm because
Oh, 100%. Don't worry.
Okay, perfect. Then I want to autopsy the person.
I would like your medicine check.
Yeah, because it's gonna be like a recall. It's a secret, right?
Yes.
Am I allowed to stack the? Well, is it a recall knowledge?
Yes.
Okay, can I do my spell stack?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So that it just changes the number. Cause yeah, let me confirm. Right. So 19 plus 1 plus. So it would be a 21 bonus for medicine.
Crazy.
Hey, I'm a master at medicine, and you let me spell stack on it, so I'm.
Sweet.
Yeah,
God.
and we get to do a classic advantage for it.
Classic advantage. Okay. You start fiddling with the body, looking at the hole, which you would put together like, no, nothing could have grown from this, especially something like a wyvern. This is absolutely, there was a hole in the fucking body, and it busted through.
And we know that the creatures are like not normal when they come out, so I'm just trying to figure out like, but what would make them? I guess it's like a summon, but like, because I'm trying to figure out like what would like make something want to go through a portal, and like, well, I guess like if you're summoning a thing,
Yeah, it
that
could have
kind of
just been
makes them
yanked
go
through.
somewhere.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the conjuration, the like summoning concept of it is that like, oh, you were like magically compelled to do it. But I get to confirm, not grown. It is somebody put a hole in there and then something crawled through. Yay.
Yay. You all come together with this knowledge. Horrible. Kind of gross. So I look to the others. What would you like to do? I am a little bit leaning towards asking Mackenzie what you would like to do because I did drag you into a kingdom event.
No, you're fine. I have no idea how I would go about this, and I am probably not the man for this job. I am interested in confirming if that is even possible, if somebody can get on detecting if this portal is going to like the first world, if it's just like a general like summon creature thing.
Okay. You begin to look into it. Are you going to explicitly do this as Warwick, or do you think you're going to look to somebody, maybe an NPC, for help into this?
This would probably be a skill check that I do not have. Yeah.
It is a good idea, though. I do think looking.
I mean, I'm fine with pairing up with anyone else here. Could draw upon the Magister, Mr. Tristian.
Mr. Tristian, if you would like, you can rely on him to make the check for you.
I'd be fine with that.
Okay. I have his sheet right in front of me. Okay. You go to Tristian, probably still in the cabin, getting ready after a hectic morning. And you go to him after this, seeing Gala dig through a body, and you're just like, dude. And He cooperates with you to look into this. And you are given a point of research.
Wahoo.
Perry and Dea.
I have to be right back. My dad is calling.
Yeah,
Oh
go
my
ahead.
gosh.
I'm really sorry.
No, it's okay. Dea.
Daya. Okay, cool. So,
Dea.
what I'm worried about next is I know I keep bringing up the area and like the supply line, but I think that is the thing that he is the most worried about, especially because it's upriver. The worry that it can travel downriver is still really worrisome to him. So I wonder if I want. See, doing more and more gather information, I feel like I'm eventually gonna hit a roadblock, but I feel like I really want to try. Whether that's by, I know that we've already sent out letters, but like if there's a way I can do a check to actually check on like how Varnhold's doing, how Restov is doing, have they heard anything? Like, I think that's the next thing that he's worried about, because I don't think that he's going to be like the guy to really go out and like comb the woods in that area or the hills. You know what I mean?
I sent out the letters.
Yes.
That's gonna take a while.
Well, yeah, but I know that now since we can travel around instead of combing the woods, I don't know if like it would be like, even if like my check is that I am going over there to ask. You know what I mean? Because I just don't know anything else to really do.
Yeah.
I was actually going to suggest something you could do is that you could still look into the goblins.
Mhm.
You, as an architect, could try to triangulate where this could be.
Oh, sure. I could do that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. I'll try and do that to try to feel like we can get a better idea of like where they might be holed up.
Sorry to detract from the idea you had, because I don't think it's a bad idea, but it is very far. You guys are very far from Farnhold and Restov.
No, that's fair, and thank you for telling me. I thought since you mentioned earlier that we could go farther and farther away from town, that that's what that meant, but this works just as fine.
Is there a check in particular you would like to do? Because I am willing to let you use crafting. And do you have an architecture lore? Or
I
is it
have an
specifically
engineering lore, but that's technically a little bit different.
Could we use crafting then? Crafting or maybe society?
Crafting would be my best role, but I could also do society if you want to do society.
I'm willing to use crafting. Is your crafting bonus 19?
Yep, plus 19.
Awesome. Give me a second. Okay. You look to all the things that you found, and you begin to try to put together where in the Selen Hills that these people could be hiding. You have gained 2 research points.
Hell yeah, brother.
However,
Hi.
what you want to do?
I don't think I would want to try approaching the goblins as a solo person. That's a group thing. Huh?
You don't know where they are.
Well, I know the area.
You want to go in the woods alone?
No, they're the hills
Can I bring
now.
a friend?
It's the hills. Actually, it's
Uh,
not the woods.
It is the hills, and I will warn you that it is several days out.
Okay, that's a group thing. I guess I'll see if I can find any other information on this group of goblins.
Mhm.
There's any other notable things or history about them.
Okay. For that, I would say it would be society then. Can you give me your bonus? It was 16?
14.
14. You go reaching out, asking about these goblins, and you come together with more information than you thought you had, gaining a research point. There is a lot of good points got, so I would like to pull everybody together for more research dockets.
Oh boy.
Yippee!
With the further research that all of you have done, you, my beloved Galilea, have come to realize something. Looking through the bodies, you would see inside of the hole, inside of the stomach lining, are tiny black seeds, several, embedded into the meat, the esophagus, and the throat. With the many seeds that you see, it becomes evident that you only need one for this curse to activate.
Any one of them could have activated. It just happened to be.
Because of the work that you all have put into it, you do have a security in knowing that your kingdom has already begun to cut off food from the river,
Nice.
reaching out to prevent the cult from reaching you. As this research continues and as more people hear about the wyvern, the people have given a name to this cult. They are called the Cult of the Bloom.
I don't like that. I'm scared. Okay.
You
Who's
also
those?
are given
Is the Cult of the Bloom?
Cult of the Bloom.
Slut.
Do people have any other thoughts, comments? I am not against hearing it.
I was just going to make an out of character comment. I was like, this is some real like folk horror type shit.
Yeah,
This
it
is some
is.
annihilation type shit.
This is truly one of my favorite chapters. This and the next chapter are some of my favorites because it becomes like horror in the
Yeah.
Kingmaker.
Horror in the Kingmaker. Anyway,
Ooh,
sorry.
but
Please
forward.
continue.
Waiter.
With the further research also that has been done, you've made quick progress to realize understanding how the portal works.
Oh, nice.
The curse is triggered from the seeds. It transforms the victim's body into the portal, making them go inside out and drawing out a monster from the first world. But in the process, an abyssal energy begins to mix in the process. This combination of energies from two very different planes makes the monster go chaotic. Good news, this also means that the curse is extremely unreliable. But the thing is that most of the people who become infected will never know. With this look into the seeds and this infection, though, you have come to learn the name of the goblin village that people have been talking about. It is called Green Gripe. Green Grip. Green Grip.
Green grip.
No. I put that in my notes app. Green Grip. It is by all intents and purposes, people believe that it is the genesis of where this curse originates, and you now know the location.
That's crazy. Also, I don't know if this is reassuring to you actually, but if it's spelled that way, green gripe was correct the first time you said it.
Whoopee!
Because gripe
Yeah.
is a word.
Yeah, it is. When you've got gripes and grievances.
Oh my god,
But
they're
now
mad.
they're green. Because it's goblins.
Another.
You would also learn with this discovery that it is lower than expected. So you would find out that it is. Give me that. Green gripe is. Here.
Oh, that's a lot lower.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
We haven't found out how long it takes, do we?
You would know that it is about 4 days from you.
Oh, sorry, not the village. I mean, how long it takes for a seed to activate.
You do not know.
Okay, I just wanted to make
It
sure.
it is seemingly random. Like I said, with the chaotic energy of the Feywild and Abyssal magic mixing, it is completely unpredictable. Somebody who
Okay.
is infected could take years,
Oh,
That's
okay,
scary.
minutes.
that makes sense. I just wanted to double check to see if I know that or not.
So I ask, you guys have accumulated about 30 research points. Would you guys like to go to Green Gripe? Or would you like to continue researching at home? What would you like to do in general? Would you guys like to discuss in character?
I know how Dea would maybe feel about it if we wanted to talk about it like that.
The seeds. Sorry, I feel like things. The seeds do come from the bub or don't? Because I remember the orange guy saying they're fake, but I don't know if he was talking about the ones he was specifically spitting at work or something else.
You don't know.
Okay, that's something that.
Yeah, because I know we keep calling it a boba, but it probably has a real name, and it could also be called a seed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personally, I think Warwick would be down to go check out Green Gripe, because I feel like through all of our research, this has kind of given us like the best lead into trying to figure out like more on the field. But if you guys want to stay here and do more research, I'm totally fine with that as well.
I think that's a
Okay.
similar. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Sarah.
Well, I was gonna say, I think Perry is a bit antsy to check out the goblins because I don't think Perry has many ideas on what direction to go in with research right now.
Mm-hmm.
And going to the goblins will give at least something.
Yeah. I think that Dea doesn't feel like we have enough information really. And like so I think in a different situation, Dea would probably be more vocal about like waiting to research more before like essentially starting a fight. But I think the thing is that I think with this situation, I don't think Dea feels like he has the time. So I
Yup.
wonder if Dea is just hoping that going will give them more information, even though he feels like we don't have a lot.
Yeah, that's the thing is, I think Gallia's in the similar camp of like, there's more information we could things because like, the fact that, because I think for like if I were to continue researching, my next step would be trying to figure out the seeds in more detail, which might require like nature or first world or something, because I feel like nature would be like thinking of any plants that are similar to it, like parasitic wise, or I mean, well, some plants do transfer, like rely on creatures eating fruits, and then they get
Yeah.
spread around that way. So, because it bothers me that I don't know. Like, I understand it's probably like a magical or mutated or some kind of fucked up plant that isn't gonna be like, oh, it's a strawberry. Like, but like, I'm trying to think of like, well, what could it pass for?
Well, I
What
wonder.
does it?
I think that that's really fair, but I think the vibe that I'm getting is I don't even think it's like a mutated form of a different plant. I think it is something created specifically to create these portals. So I don't know. Like, we could research that, but I don't know if
Right.
that throw line will do anything with it because they were created via a ritual, and they make a portal
Yeah, because
rip through you.
we still have like the assumption that it's boba, like the boba, but like it's an assumption. It's not a confirmation. And by warding people off that specifically, we could be ignoring what the actual plant is. I mean, we've cut off like eating food from the river, but the fact that we don't know the source and it's not obvious enough that it hasn't been like reported or spotted is a little like, you know, I
Yeah.
understand like going to the goblin village, but also the fact that the goblin village is so much lower than the river and the infected area,
Yeah.
something's not adding up. It doesn't
That's really
seem
fair.
right.
I definitely think researching it more could still be fair, but I think as far as the food from the river, right? I think the idea of getting worried about it being a specific plant though is like not, because I think it's like a curse affecting everything. Like, it's affecting the land. Like, it's like we called it a sickness, I think, early in the last session, where it's like I don't think it's like, oh, a specific plant will give you the curse. I think it's like if it infects the water, if it infects a fish, if it infects a plant, if it infects grass and seed and animals, as opposed to like what plant it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, if we all want to go, I will go with you guys. Something that I think we should check before going. I can speak Goblin. Can anyone else?
Hell
You know.
no.
No.
No. I have a lot of languages,
Okay.
not that one.
Yeah, I can speak Goblin, by the way.
Galilea the translator.
Making a lot of things are making a comeback from the first full sessions, I think. Okay, I just wanted to get an idea of that because that will affect, I think, how the encounter goes.
Okay. All right. So, you all are traveling to Green Grape.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would like Warwick to make me a check.
Check. Survival check.
We are survival checking. We are
Survival checking.
Survival check. Survival checking.
I'm gonna
That
cover
is
Hexus by doing this.
25.
25. Okay. You make your way Oliver, I would like to say this is going to take 4 days. I would like to know what you guys are doing about the food situation.
Well, if we can, I would assume we prep before and just have to bring rations from Luma.
Yeah,
I was going to say, how many rations does everybody have?
I have 4 weeks worth.
I have 1 week's worth.
Where
2
are you?
weeks worth.
Where are you? I've got 5. Oh, I'm holding Perry's. Why am I holding Perry's ration?
Thief.
But give it back.
I was like looking at that and I was like, what is that? Why do I have 2 different rations? And then it just has in all caps Perry's, and I'm like, what?
I was looking at my inventory and I was like, oh, I wonder why I dropped it. It's because it was in your fucking bag.
It's in my bag, yeah, because I think I don't.
Is in your bag of holding.
It's in my bag of holding.
That explains why immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was carrying it for. I think I only have 1 week then. No, wait. Yeah, I have 1 week.
Okay. Would you like to buy another week's worth of rations while you are in Luma?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. Go ahead and subtract that then.
Oh shit! Hey, before we leave, do we want to get any elixirs in the works?
Good point.
Oh yeah, some potions would also be good.
Let me look at how much those cost again.
A lot, to be frank.
Yeah.
You're not Frank.
I'm not. Please remember that you have a level 5 nation.
Yeah, I don't have time to make us any.
Hilariously, that is the highest that we can get right now anyway, because the next step up is a 9th level elixir, and the lesser is a level 5 item.
I can get 3 lesser healing potions, question mark?
Yeah, we can do lesser healing potions and we can do lesser elixir of lives.
Yeah.
Oh god, the elixir is so much more expensive.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
the
It does
level
more
healing
healing.
potion.
Oh man.
I need to write this down. I'm losing. My
Times-
brain stopped working.
Okay,
No,
so the
get that
max
back.
lesser healing potion can give you is 21, and then the max a lesser elixir of life can give you is 24.
You
If
do
people
also
were
get a
curious.
bonus to diseases and poisons for 10 minutes after you drink an elixir of life.
Yeah, and this does. I am worried that it is a disease or a poison sometimes.
Oh, I have more of those. Why? What are you guys doing in here and not where I can see it?
Heavy.
Yeah.
I do have a minor elixir of life still. So if we're I don't know, a +2 is pretty good though if we're really concerned about that.
Well,
shit,
I
I
still
actually
have.
Oh wait, no, never mind. It's only a +1.
I actually have healing items. I didn't realize it. I need to keep a better track of that. Okay, but I'll buy a couple more, I think.
Would it be worth it to get another lover's knot?
Yeah. If we can buy
Yeah.
it.
Can we? Yeah, if we can buy it.
Is it
Oh
a
my
level
gosh.
5 item?
Oh.
It's level 2.
Then you
It
buy
is level 2. And it was literally made by Svetlana, so
I would love to
It's
buy
not-
one. The fuck?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, that might be worthwhile because that's just something you could just have on your armor, and you can just have for you.
Mm-hmm.
Not just
How much is lovers?
oh no. We're fine.
how much
Yeah.
money do
I'm gonna buy 3 lesser healing potions just because I can afford it.
Yeah.
And more bang for my buck.
More bang for the
Okay.
buck.
I'm probably also going to buy some healing potions.
That's 62. I probably can't buy a lover's knot, but
Wonder Scout, I'm gonna kill
How much
you.
money do you have?
No.
It did my fucking buying math wrong.
Wanderer's
It's
Guide is my
out.
op. I hate her these days. And this is why everybody should use Path Builder and win.
So true, King.
Thank you. I wanted people to
Uh,
laugh and nobody laughed.
sorry, I'm focused.
I was
I
fixing
will-
my money.
I will buy 2 healing potion. Lesser, right? That's the cap that we can get.
Yeah. For
Yes.
healing
Yeah.
potions.
Okay.
See, because I already have a couple things. I looked through my inventory. I've got 2 minor healing and 3 minor elixirs. But that's it.
I had 2 lesser elixirs, and then I had 1 potion minor, and so I think I'm going to get 3 potion lessers just to have a bunch, and then I do think I'm going to get a lover's knot to put on my armor. Add gear. Lover knot. Where are you? Oh, talisman. Lover knot.
I'll grab another. Yeah, I'll grab another minor healing potion.
Oh, Mackenzie, you.
That.
Sorry, you first.
No, you're good. Just saying that way I've got 3 of each of the minors.
Oh my god, you have so many minors. That's crazy.
Stop.
Mackenzie, you should actually get a lover's knot because you get a bonus to the HP if you have battle medicine, and I know you picked up battle
Yes.
medicine.
I already got one.
Okay, good.
Yes, thank you though. I saw that and I was like, oh my god, 7 free HP.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
grabbed
just.
it. I spent a lot of money on some tattoos, so I've.
That's so real. Okay, I'm looking to see if there's anything else I want to buy before we go. 1 second. Okay. Okay. I think I got everything that I need. I spent about 45 gold.
Does everybody have all their things?
Yeah. Spells. I should probably do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need 2 pocket libraries anymore.
Put that pocket away. I hope you guys are having fun. I'm sorry if it seems like a very strange mystery. This is actually a very fun chapter because it's very short. You guys actually might get to the second part of the chapter just in this session.
That's crazy.
It is very small.
They're small. I'm having a blast with it though.
I don't remember learning this. Where did you come from?
Where is it? What is it?
I had like Scorching Blast, and I did write down like a tracker of like when I had retrained a couple things. thought I didn't have like fire spells this whole time, and if I did, I don't know.
That just reminded me of something.
Oh.
Because I have. Fuck, where did it go? It's the Scorching Blast wand. Or no, Wand of Burning Hands.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
do wands work again?
Oh,
Mackenzie.
Let me double check because I don't want to be wrong.
I see. That's why I had gotten rid of True Stark because I never use it.
Oh shit. We all should look at getting a talisman called Retrieval Prism. Because you can attune it to an item of one bulk or less, and you free action command, and it goes into your hand if you have a free hand.
Oh my
So
god.
you can affix it to
Fast
like a
potion.
potion, and then
Fast
go
potion.
free action, and then it is just literally one action to drink it.
Oof.
That's really good.
What did you say?
It's called a Retrieval Prism. It's a talisman.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's only a level 3 item.
Yeah. It's really good.
It's only like 12 gold.
I love talismans. They are single use, but it literally is such a good thing to do in a pinch. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It is that the wand can cast a spell once per day. So you can use the Burning Hand spell once per day.
Wow. Would anybody else like this?
The wand is a 2 action because it would require putting the wand in your hand and then activating the item with the casting spell, which is the same amount that it takes to cast the spell.
Yeah.
I don't
Then-
got hands for that.
I got hands, but I already have burning hands.
I would
I mean,
technically be able to use it, but so would Galilea if Galilea wanted more like fire spell, but I usually have a hand free as well.
I don't want to just grab a magic item, but
I mean, also look at it this way, Sarah. It's like a free casting of it for you, also.
that's true.
That's true. I really never use burning hands, though. Because I have to get real close to use it.
Oh, well then kill yourself.
I know.
Did you know your boy Rovagug is a deity in charge of that spell?
Oh,
Hey, stay away from
Rovagug
your
isn't
Rovagug.
any of our boys,
We
actually.
locked you up. We locked you up.
Trying to figure out what spells to prepare. Is there a baby crying? Where's the? Oh. I think it's just Kiyoshi. I don't. But I have my headphones.
I've got my spells prepared. I've got sword 1, and I've got sword 2.
my favorite spells.
I have these hands and Solnishka.
Actually, I have Mega
Oh,
Bolt
and my
now.
third spell, Grace.
Oh yeah, no, that's the best one.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
I feel like that's a fan favorite spell, I gotta be honest.
Yeah, but yeah, I may be biased, but
Do you guys ever remember that you just have 2 giant girls and then Midge?
Yeah.
Yes.
2 big ladies and 1 bitty bitty snake.
That's how it's shaping up to feel in Bloodlords too, because Sarah coming out the fucking gate with huge fucking companions, and then we have Ozzy.
Ha. Well, my bird is gonna be small.
Your bird's gonna be medium, first of all.
It's
But yes,
fine.
smaller.
It's so tiny.
It's the size of a person.
It's so tiny.
Can I have some pretzels?
Yoshi, I let you come inside. Stop yelling at me.
It does feel like Final Fantasy music.
Vibin'.
Would you like us to pause while you're looking for spells, Hannah?
No, sorry. I think I've got it. I don't know. I think it's good. So it's just more of a thing of like, ah, man. Now we live with it, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. You all travel through the woods, making your way through it. And you all do find it, kind of. So the thing is that you approach a mesa.
I live there.
Shut up. You approach a mesa, and at the top of it, you can see smoke pillars, dark and warm. It kind of smells sour here, but it is pretty obvious civilization lies atop that flat hill. It is a climb. It is 20 feet. I am not trying to assume, but I am assuming that you guys are going to get taxied. You're
Yeah.
warning!
I forgot to buy it again.
This for later.
It's for later.
Yes, if I can, I would taxi everybody.
You would taxi everybody. Okay. I assume Solnishka is just gonna skedaddle.
Yeah, skitter, even.
Just gonna skitter up. Please roll athletic for Solnishka. Would Dea go with Solnishka? Or would he be down to be taxied by Grace?
I'm down to go with Solnishka.
Okay. Please roll athletics, and then I would like to know from Mackenzie who is getting taxied first.
Well, I can speak Goblin, so if that's
true.
going to be a problem, I would volunteer to go first.
Yeah, I can taxi you first.
My fucking god.
Okay.
Huh? What?
Okay.
God damn it.
Can I have mage armor on myself?
I would allow you, I suppose.
Yeah, I just you know.
You, and Solnishka and Grace take these little Victorians, and pull them up to the top of this mesa. As you get up there, it looks a bit muggy, but you come to find, yeah, that's a village. You see a village of goblins as they begin to drop things and look at you, kind of confused as they look between each other as you see somebody beginning to step forward. They don't have any weapons in your hand. They see that you see a clay jar with something closed on top of it. I'm assuming that Grace is going to take somebody else. I would like to know who. Unless you would also like Solnishka to try taxiing.
I'm willing to have Solnishka taxi. Dea will just be up here with Galileo.
Do the two of you say anything to each other as Solnishka and Grace go to grab Papa and Fucker?
Huh.
Papa and fucker.
Uh,
Wow. Interesting.
so
I don't know who would call Perry Fucker. That's crazy.
So I don't actually know necessarily if Dea would say anything conversationally to Galileo, but I do love the idea of him, if goblins are looking at him confused, trying to give a friendly wave while waiting for the rest of his party. You know what I mean? Can't be rude. You know what I mean?
Can't be rude. Gala, do you announce anything as your
Um,
friends are brought back up?
Yeah, I think Gala is gonna in Goblin say, oh, okay. Uh, Hello, we're from a neighboring community and had heard of your village and wanted to introduce ourselves.
Okay. I know this is silly. You did say that in Goblin.
I did do that in Goblin.
You watch as the goblin, which, by the way, I'm going to find a Pathfinder goblin real quick because I need you to know they do not look like goblins as you're imagining them. They're
Hmm.
very distinctive. We got some pictures.
Pictures.
I got this. We got this. As you see the goblin with the jar, looks to you and thinks and says, I am Mugland.
Mugland.
It is good to meet you. I've heard of human. Looks at you. Other settlements coming nearby. Welcome to Green Grape.
Thank you. I don't believe I told you my name. I'm Galilea. These are my companions. Sorry to surprise you all like this.
I will say, as you say that, people start coming closer. There's like a gaggle of goblins, some of them children, coming to look at a bunch of people who literally flew up to their house.
Yeah?
Yeah, we did do that.
Yeah, we did. Big bird.
Yeah.
Huge statue.
Also, huge statue that looks
Yeah.
kind of weird.
Yeah. Well, it's good to meet you, Galilea. Are you in need of supplies? Trade, maybe? I will warn you, we are in an inconvenient spot, so you should not expect ready trade.
Oh, of course not. Though perhaps in the future, I understand that your home, while it's advantageous for defense, probably isn't the best for trade. Though what we're really interested in right now is more information. If you think you could provide us with some.
Kind of looks at you. By the way, if anybody else also has questions, they are allowed to ask it. Miss Galilea is a proxy for questions.
Yeah.
Muglin would look to you and say, well, I don't know how much we can supply to you, but you are allowed to ask things. Please, let's... He looks at you, he looks at your size, and he says, you are far too large. Let's go to the training grounds. Follow me. And he motions to all of you, big arms, swooping motions, very obvious language of, come along.
Yeah. I mean, I think Elia just kind of like relays like the things of like, honestly, they seem pretty okay. So
Thank God.
we're gonna find out if they know anything. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
As all of you are taken around this village, so a couple of things to note. As you walk through this village, get your note caps ready. You would see on the far side of the on the far side of the southeast, you would see that there is what seems to be a building that has burned and has collapsed. You don't know what that could have possibly been. You can see that to the northwest, the direction that you were heading towards, that there is a large field, and there is one goat in a corral.
Nice goat.
Oh,
You see another building that has a lock made with a makeshift rope locking up a building, and it seems to be one of the only buildings as you are taken to a lot filled with several houses that are tents with pillars of wood and furs, and you are taken closer towards a field where you see several goblins attacking dummies. You see about 7.
Cute. Training.
Does general questions from anybody haves?
One, what happened to the building? 2, did you always have one goat?
Yeah.
well, I'm a little worried if it's like, oh, what happened to the building? It's gonna be like a little personal. I'm gonna try to go general and funnel it.
Uh-huh. We could,
That's
if we
fine.
want to go the goat... Sorry, I'll write this in chat, actually.
I am curious about the goat too, but
Oh!
I'm curious also about the building that's locked up. But the thing I want to try to maybe open with is, how long have you been here?
I will say everybody seems to have a question, so we're gonna round robin the questions. But to answer your question, how long have we been here? They would say that they've only been here about 1 generation. 1 generation's worth of goblins. They live fairly isolated, only sometimes bringing in other goblins that they meet. So they would say they've been here for about 13 years.
Okay. That's not very... I mean, it is, like, it's longer than us, but it's still not that long.
Goblins don't live very long.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was my question. So if we're doing round robin, who wants the next one?
Yes.
I do think Perry would ask about the one goat, and I think he would phrase it as like, Well, does your village need more livestock?
They would kind of think about answering before saying there has been some bandit troubles. So, sadly, our tomorrow food has run low. Well, that's the name of the goat. That's tomorrow food.
Oh,
my
Oh
god.
god.
This is not
that's-
me making shit up.
Yeah.
They would say, excuse me, Mugland would explain that normally there's a fair amount of food, but that is the last goat they have, as
Mhm, mhm.
there's been issues with thieves.
That's so sad.
I'm in the mercantile business. If you would like, we could perhaps discuss a deal of sorts to get you more livestock.
I am not sure I would be interested in discussing deals with raiders outside of my home.
Fair
Well,
enough,
yes, later.
honestly.
Oh.
Who's next? Who?
Come on, he hymns.
Come on, he hims.
I have a follow-up question if nobody else wants to go.
I was probably just gonna. I just want to ask about the building real bad, but I don't know if that's too personal
Well-
or not.
There might be a way to phrase it if you jump off what Muglin just said.
You can ask if the bandits also caused that.
Oh,
Exactly.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, Gala is the one asking this anyway.
Well, yeah.
I feel like Warwick
So-
would just be like, ask them about the building, and then Galileo would be like, yeah, did the bandits do that also? And he's like, oh yeah, good angle.
Yeah.
To that question, let me reread this really quick.
It'd be really funny if they were like, "Oh, that's unrelated. That's Ted's fault."
Yeah, Ted fucked up real bad.
Yeah. Can't have shit in Detroit.
Cash in Detroit. Fuck Ted.
So Mugland would explain that it burned down recently. Ooh. Our previous alchemist perished in a fire. It burned the laboratory and killed him.
That was a lot.
I don't know if you know this, miss, but we goblins live off of alchemy. It's our bread and butter. But it's been difficult to find a replacement.
I mean, Hannah actually didn't know about goblins living off of alchemy. Like, is that literal?
Yes, goblins, a lot of goblins actually are alchemists and inventors. That is a very big thing.
Fun
The
fact.
iconic alchemist character is a goblin.
And also fun fact. My fireworks dedication is Goblin Firework Maker.
Oh,
Yeah, that's like the flavor of it.
that's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are creators. They are
They're good
short-lived
at it.
creators.
Okay.
Uh,
And-
Round robin. Wait, did they ask a question?
Well, I did supply the goat and trade question, so I'm waiting to come up with a better one to ask.
By round robin decree, we may start again. I do know that Perry had a follow-up question. Hannah, if you cannot think of something. Ironically, you guys may have thought of the same question.
yeah, as I say, no, I think Perry can do the follow up. That's fine.
Could you tell us more about this raider issue? We are in the business of helping people.
Mm. Mm.
No payment necessary, I assure you.
Okay. With that, he would look a little bit more
Nice.
interested in
The word
discussing it.
business was a worrisome choice. I get it.
The explanation would be given pretty easily, coming out as a complaint. The Longshank Raiders are screwing us.
Longshank Raiders.
We live on this plateau, so they normally don't come up without us poking them in the eyes. But they do have a habit of just murdering our scouts, leaving us to starve.
Mm. Where are they?
The bottom of the barge. Come out at night. Bottom of the mesa, I should say. It's not a barge. It's not a barge. I can't lie about geographical terms.
Okay. Well, I feel like our rapport is not that bad, so we could probably ask about the monsters without seeming like, hey, did you do that?
Yeah. I think that that's a pretty good angle. Also, like asking outright if the raiders are the only issue they have, because personally we've been having an issue with like sort of monster infestations. That's one of the reasons why we were coming over here to try to ask for information.
Yeah, so it would be like phrase like, okay, so other than the bandits, have you been having any other problems? We've been experiencing issues with a lot of monsters in our area. Have you been seeing stuff like that?
Muglin leans in and says, well, I'm worried about Zangrel.
Worried about Zangrel.
Zangrel.
Yeah. What's he been up to? What's she been up to?
I think she's gone a bit rotten.
She's gone a bit rotten.
See, me, hi. I'm the local crafter. It's good to meet you.
Pleasure.
She's our priest. She's our
That's
leader.
Oh. Worrisome.
She's supposed to be our alchemist, but hasn't really. She is supposed to be helping with the stop theory crafting I'm discussing.
I didn't say anything that was in the chat.
There's a lot of responsibilities, and she's not doing them. Look at this. And he motions over to the different warriors and he says, we are goblins. We might not be as rough and rowdy as all of you, but we have 19 warriors, and we've been just told to sit here.
And it's only leading to you and your people continuing to struggle. That must be
We're
very
isolated. Yeah, it is frustrating, actually. As you see Muglin go to open the jar.
Oh.
Oh.
What's in there?
See him reach in. Pulls out a pickle and hands it to you.
Oh, fuck yes.
Nice.
Fuck yes. The pickle of
Did
peace.
Did
The
you
pickle
make this
crafter.
yourself?
Our whole we're alchemists, you fool. This is our lifeline. And we don't have any goats, so we have our pickling station over there. And you see him point actually over to the building that is locked up with the rope. That's
Oh,
our
because that's
lifeline.
their
That's the only thing we're living off of right now.
and that makes sense. And so it makes sense why they got it locked up because that's like when you only
Yeah.
have one food source and people are struggling, you gotta watch it. Okay, that makes
Gotta
sense.
lock
Okay.
in.
Hold on, I gotta write this shit down.
Yeah. If anybody else wants to ask any questions to Muglin.
I do have a question, and it's sorry, I'm trying to write down notes. We're getting a lot of information, right? So
Yes.
to clarify, their head alchemist or their head crafter is gone.
No, Muglin's the local
There we go.
crafter. Head alchemist is dead.
There we go.
Zangirl is the leader and priest.
There we go. Okay,
Mhm.
cool. I knew that one of them was like gone, but I was gonna clarify a bit more on that. But that makes sense. Sorry, I'm super bad at taking notes
No.
in the moment.
No, you're
okay.
doing.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. Lots of things.
Yeah. Do we?
There's nothing bad about clarifying questions.
Okay. Do we know how the alchemist died?
Died
In the
from
fire.
fire.
There we go. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Okay, cool. So, okay, I'm adding that to my notes. Thank you.
Yeah, so the alchemist and the laboratory got lost in the fire.
Yeah, and they're gone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Harry has a question.
Yes, my son.
You didn't happen to notice any sudden change in Zangril's behavior at any point, did you?
Oh, she's become a total bitch.
Ah! We're getting the tea.
Yeah.
I blame it on the stress from the long shanks, but she's gone rotten. She's not helping anybody by doing nothing.
Have you fucking seen a guy named Tartuccio around
What is-
here?
Is she purple? I'm so for real. Is she purple?
Yeah.
What? No.
Okay.
She's green.
Thank you. Okay. I'm just
What?
checking.
What does Zangirl if Zangirl is stressed but she isn't doing anything? What does she normally spend her time? How does she spend her time?
She's normally at the shrine.
Okay.
She's normally at the shrine. Sometimes she's investigating the fire. I think she thinks that there's something wrong with it, but I'm not sure about that.
Oh, and investigating fire. Oh, she thinks something happened there. That's interesting. Okay. Good. I still have this pickle. I think it'll take a bite of it and go. It's very good.
It's very yummy. I will say, he did hand a pickle to everyone. Are you
Nice.
eating my
Oh.
pickle?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I'd love to try it.
100%. I'm enamored.
You bite into the pickle. It is a pickle.
It tastes.
It is a pickle.
Pickle.
Is
Okay.
good. Is good. It is very sour. It is aged. You can definitely tell that this is emergency food.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the sour smell that we smelled down there was from the pickles.
Nah, vinegar. Classic.
The vinegar.
Yeah, I'm not There's something interesting with Zangirl investigating the fire site still. There's something interesting with that because I don't know. There's something that I'm not haven't clicked together yet there.
Mhm.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is Tartuccio again, and he's specifically making her fixate on the fire and not do anything, because with the Bogards, the reason that guy was acting up was because he thought that he was saving people.
Yeah.
And so maybe she thinks she's saving people by figuring out the fire.
Maybe, yeah.
I am stressed at the idea of his ass being back, though.
Yeah.
I hate
I don't
it.
want it to be him, but I won't be surprised.
I also won't be
Like, I don't-
surprised. Please fucking die, dude.
Yeah, like I don't know enough about ghosts, but like, how many times we gotta exercise
How many
him?
times do I have to kill you, Grandpa? You technically didn't exercise him.
Yeah.
It's true.
Oh, okay. So he's just around. I get it. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really have a priest with us.
No, we left him
Gotta
at
bring
home.
Christian next time.
Yeah, literally.
Anytime you
Come
guys
on.
suspect.
I've
Hold on.
got him on speed dial.
Yeah,
got him
do
on-
ESP really hard.
Christian.
Dream message Perry.
Oh yeah.
Perry dream message out.
The issue is that by the time Tristian gets that message and then comes all the way out here, he's probably gonna have moved on to another fucking location already.
Yeah.
Mhm. Maybe if it is Tartuccio. Well, no, because that's not how it worked last time. I forgot that his spirit is separate from the body, and I was like, yeah, he possesses the body. He doesn't possess the body.
Yeah.
No.
He can possess a body.
He
It's
can,
not
but he
like
doesn't
that.
stay there.
No, he doesn't stay there. That would be scary.
I'm afraid.
So what do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to keep talking to Muglin, or do you want to do anything else?
We should probably investigate, like talk to Zangro.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
But I don't know if there's anything else we'd want to potentially ask Muglin specifically. Like, well, Muglin's not exactly the leader, though. Technically, Zangro's the
Yeah.
leader. So if we were to be like, oh, well, we want to figure out a trade situation, we still have to talk to Zangro.
Yeah, literally. Which is
Gonna-
buns.
But I'm gonna take a shot in the dark here. I don't suppose that the Longshanks wear dark robes, do they?
The Longshanks wearing dark robes. Well, they. You know what? Let me see if there's an actual description of what they wear.
Yeah.
Kingmaker actually gives a
Wait,
lot
what?
of in-depth descriptions. I don't want to.
Calling them Longshanks is just, I'm like, oh, Final Fantasy 14 goblins.
Okay.
Oh no, that's the Uplanders.
Yeah. Gobbies. Gob talk. Slow thinks Uplanders.
Let me. They would actually. He would actually describe them as wearing like cloth armor.
Oh.
Not necessarily dark cloaks, but he would describe them as like brown and muddy.
Brown and muddy.
This is like every fucking chapter.
Yeah. Alright. Can't think of more questions from Mugland right now.
Yeah, maybe we would go talk to Zangrel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where would you like to investigate for Zangrel first?
Well, we know the two most likely places are the shrine or. So which one we want to do, gang?
I'm inclined to try the shrine first.
Me as well, I think.
Yeah.
Due to democracy, we shall go to the shrine. You all walk. You would have to ask for instructions on where the shrine was, as it was not pointed out to you. but you go to find that it is a building on stilts. It's actually quite a bit tall. What the heck at? It's actually quite a bit tall, as you would have to climb up squeaky steps, making your way up to find. You would climb up these steps to find that at the top you would see 2 small slabs of stone and then a larger tall 5 foot tall slab of stone, much larger, with a symbol of Lamashtu
Okay.
There we go.
along.
Okay.
On the slabs, you would see several what is it? What's the word?
Inscriptions?
Inscriptions, carvings,
Carving.
that have, as Gala reads them, descriptions of victories over monsters. As well as you would all see several hides. You see, I'm gonna say people. I actually think that everybody would see these and recognize it. A few crocodile hides litter the floor, as well as 2 owlbear hides. And then Warwick, you would squint and you would see that there's a manticore hide.
Oh.
Yes. As well as along the slides of these slabs, several descriptions of deers and squirrels. All victories over monsters.
Is that
You.
something Lamashtu's school with?
The thing is that normally this isn't really how people worship her.
Yeah, okay.
She's normally pro monster.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused.
Yeah.
You go to step closer, looking at the stone, inquiring, and you would actually see a moss in the stone.
A moss?
Yes. You
What?
see. You would see a moss and dainty flowers. And you would recognize that these are similar to the flowers growing around where you found the fly trap.
Yeah.
You do not see the fruits. You would note, however, that the plants seem harmless and they seem recent. They are not rotted.
Yeah.
If you look behind my giant 5-foot slab, you would see a chest.
Well, we don't need to steal. But we could. I would love answers.
I was gonna say, you do not see Zangrel here.
Yeah.
I would also like to mention this is an open air temple.
Yeah.
There's no ceiling. Me shaking my chest.
Yeah, I'm like, should we look inside? It's a huge overstep, but also
Does feel like it would be rude.
I don't know if this is I don't know if this is an exaggeration. I don't know if Lamashtu feels good real good about these people. I don't know if that chest is like offerings for her.
Mhm.
That might be what that is.
I'm just always afraid of fucking with things in temples.
Yeah. Perhaps we see if we find Zangwell elsewhere. Maybe come back to this if it calls for it.
I think that would be fine.
Yeah. Okay.
So, where do you go now?
I guess the burnt building, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You make your way towards the burned building. It is all on the floor. You only see. Oh, you sounded sad. I'm sorry.
What? No, I'm fine.
Okay. You all make your way towards this burnt building. You still don't see anybody there. You see towards the center of the village, there seems to be a gathering. Would you be interested in looking into this burned building while you have a chance, or do you want to make your way over?
I hate to suggest holding the party.
I mean, we
How
honestly
far away
can.
is the gathering? Yeah, 'cause it seems close enough.
I could be one of the people to go into the house if we're worried about it being dangerous at all.
Sometimes splitting the party is the correct choice.
Sometimes we want to see all of the events.
It's
All
true.
of the event.
As much as I'd like to investigate the thing, I should probably investigate the
Where the goblins are.
Yeah,
because I
you
can actually
yap them.
understand what the fuck they're saying.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Warwick is staying here, Gala going.
I can stay with Warwick with the building just so I can check and see if there's any magic shenanigans.
One
Oh,
spellcaster,
yes.
one melee. I understand.
Yes. Very smart.
Very smart.
I
Okay.
go to the gathering.
You go to the gathering. Who would like to go first then?
I wonder if the gathering might be a little quicker if we're going to be like investigating a building.
I would like Perry and Warwick to mute. Hi, you two.
Hello.
You wander towards this gathering of voices. Dea, you don't hear what's being said. You can't understand
I'm just happy
it,
to be
quite
included.
blunt. You're just happy to be here, and that's honestly such a good trait to have. As Gala, you, however, can hear somebody calling, Mother of Beasts. We have slain yet again. We who win, we your children who prove ourselves strongest overall. And you come forward and you see someone. I'm going to grab their picture.
Oh, a person?
A person. You guys come close as you. Sorry, I just saw what you said, Pinity. As you guys come close, you see a gathering of goblins. You would say about 56 goblins overall.
That's kind of a lot of goblins.
You would. That is a lot of goblins. You would see Muglin amongst them. And in the center stage, before a fire, you see who you assume is Zangrel, raising up a yes, you would see Zangrel, you assume, holding up a horsehide.
Horsehide.
It is still bloody. Sorry to bring that up. It is a fresh kill, and you see that they are cooking.
What are they cooking?
Horse.
Oh, horse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got scared.
No, you're good.
Yeah. That is canon. Goblins
They
really
do.
fucking hate horses and dogs.
They do. One of
That's
their
funny.
one of their most well-known melee weapons is called a dog slicer.
Oh. Well, it's okay to eat horse.
A horse cutter.
I get it.
Yeah.
They got 2. You would see as this Zangrel takes the hide and is making way towards the Lamashtu temple again. Kind of just pushing past you guys. You don't think that they noticed you being there.
Hmm.
A thing of note. You all have been discussing it. It's quite an interesting thing. Yeah, you're right. This is weird. And you guys can tell as you look over this person, their mannerisms. This is absolutely not a goblin.
Fuck. Shit. All right. Okay.
We go to the other 2.
You know, I'm so fucking tired of his bitch ass.
Me too. Me too.
I
God.
did not say it was Tartooch.
You don't need to.
You all come forward, making your way to the burned down alchemy tower. It is called the Old House in the notes, so I will use it as the description. You approach the Old House. It is burnt to shit.
Yep.
It looks pretty fucking bad. Barbuch, shut up. It is burnt to shit. You guys want to look around the ashes?
Yeah, I think.
Yes.
Nope, Galilea's not there. I don't know why Galilea's here.
Barry, did you
Sorry.
hear that? I think Galileo's ghost is here.
Oh, does she just cast message?
Oh.
I mean, technically, I think Gallo would be able to cast message from
Yeah.
his distance. Message is power.
It's just powerful. I think Perry's gonna try and see if there's anything that is like at least recognizable. Like even if it's fucking charcoal, like a recognizable item, or if there's anything that miraculously is intact.
Yeah.
I've got good eyes.
Yeah.
Can I sift around in the ashes and stuff? Is it just the one room?
It was basically just one building. The thing is that like this belonged to goblins. You imagine it could have been multiple rooms, but it is a small space.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay.
It was a small space. It is burnt to the ground.
I look with my tiefling eyes.
You look with your tiefling eyes.
Your
Both
what
of you,
eyes?
shut up. You're not here. Give them their moment. As you all search through this area, we're gonna go down from success. Perry, you dig through. There's a lot of glass in the way. Carefully making your way through that, you find some pots.
Oh my god, anything going on?
You go to crack it open, and yeah, it does. You see several plants. You look through these using your knowledge on nature and the first world. You would recognize that this is plant husbandry. This could be used to process alien life.
Oh,
But there are no dangerous plants in sight. However, both of you are not daft. As you look through this, you would remember the plants are from the first world. They had to have been brought here. This gear for this husbandry, for this breeding, it's not something that these people would have an interest in. This is staged. As Warwick, you can put together that even the clay pots do not match the one that you were shown by Mugland. You are somebody is attempting to hoodwink you.
Hmm.
bamboozlers.
You have been unboozled.
Unboozled.
I wonder if it was specifically to trick outsiders, or if this is how... I don't know.
Guess it must just be to throw off anyone who thinks to look for the trail.
Do you take anything and make your way back to your friends?
I think I'll take one of the pots with us. Just for the sake of it.
You take one of the pots holding some of these first world plants. I would say it would be pretty easy for you two to notice Gala and Dea tailing Zangrel.
Well, shall we follow them?
Might as well. Nothing left for us
Might as
here.
well.
You all
Step, 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 step.
reconvene. Everybody may unmute. Who is supposed to be here? Do you guys wish to exchange any quick words before you climb up the steps of the Moshtu temple?
I think Perry will go ahead and whisper. Say, the old house is a setup. Nothing to be learned there. Aside from the fact that somebody is trying to mislead us.
I think that somebody is trying to mislead us. I don't think that this is who they say she is.
Yeah.
You're kidding.
I wish I was.
Some things never truly die.
Wish they would, though.
We all do.
Like a
climb?
cockroach.
Cockroach. Indeed.
Worst kind of cockroach.
Do you climb up the steps?
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
so.
You climb the steps where you see Zangrel before the shrine, dropping down a symbol of Lamashtu, a little statuette. And you see her turn around and say, the humanoids, I was told about you.
Is this in common or goblin?
It is in common.
Oh.
I'm sure you have heard of that elf.
We were in the area and
Of
visiting.
her. Yes. I see that. You'll have to excuse my paranoia. There's been many issues with bandits lately. Tall folk like yourself.
I want to say something so bad, but it's gonna be instigation.
No,
Yeah.
go ahead. Say what you
Live
want.
your
I
truth.
believe in you.
You're really good at acting, aren't you?
Ooh.
Not happy to see familiar faces?
You see her look at you, and she says point blank, I've never seen your face, but I don't like your tone. Would you all like to say anything else? Any thoughts? Anything? Because this is becoming instigation.
I would like to
can
sense
I-
motive. Sorry.
Yeah,
go
You would
ahead.
like to sense
Yeah.
I would like to sense motive specifically to see if she is under the influence of a controlling effect, because of a +2
Ooh.
bonus to that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm good at telling when people's minds are getting fucked with.
Gala, would you like to see anything at all?
I guess detect magic might be helpful for that, right? Like, what if she was being charmed? Would I be able to sense that with detect magic?
You would be able to sense if there was a okay, I believe. Hold on.
No, you're good.
What level of detect magic do you have again?
4.
4. Let me see. Hello, beauty.
That made Maple squint at me. She's such a hater.
Okay. So. Gala's using detect magic. The rest of you are sensing motive.
Yes.
You.
Gala, you sense a couple of things of magic. The number one thing you sense is divine. However,
Okay.
Perry, you cannot detect that this person is being controlled. You all, however, can tell that they are telling the truth. They don't know who you are.
I don't like that.
I think Perry will go ahead and speak up. apologies. We have had a run-in in the past with a certain individual who likes to take others' faces.
Oh, don't worry. I'm kind of sick of you all digging
Oh.
around things.
Oh,
Oh, well, in that case, no apologies at all.
It's real funny you say that, taking faces. That's kind of rude, especially with that girl there using that magic. You're not gonna find anything, little girl. That face is my face now, and there's nothing you can really do about it.
What does
What
that
the
mean? What does that mean?
Reach into their robes and pull out a sprouting fly trap. And that's how we're going to have to end it, as they announce,
What?
my name is Zathard. I'm going to kill you.
oh my god!
Well, hey, it isn't Tartuccio.
It is in
Yeah, it is in
Tartuccio, but they made a
Yes,
new thing
yes.
again. That's crazy, Kingmaker.
Oh my god.
Is
There-
this
there
something
is, like-
puppeting a corpse?
I think
I
this is
feel like
like
it is.
a parasite fungus type thing.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
And
that
I
would
was
be
like,
crazy. It's the
Oh my
voices.
god.
The voices.
The voices.
And
Hey,
that's what
have
was
you guys
awesome
ever
about
wanted to live The Last of Us in your TTRPG? Well, with this edition of Kingmaker, you can.
Oh
You
my
sure
God.
can.
Have you
was
ever
that?
wanted to experience annihilation in real life?
In real life.
Real life.
In real life.
I
Ashley,
already
the Southern
sick a
Reaches
bear
book.
on you guys. I might as well at this point. Honest to God. And with that, that is the end. As the next episode, we shall open with me trying to beat the fuck out of you.
Chat, can you believe this?
As per usual.
Chat, clip this.
Check
Chat,
with
clip this. It can be clipped, I suppose, if we're still recording.
Yeah, I'm gonna
It's
stop
so
recording now,
funny
though.
Because I was like, while I was trying to prep spells, I was like, oh man, I don't know if I want to do like go too hard on the combat. I want to make sure I like have something in case we're trying to be nice.
Joke's on you, fucker. Kill.